Decide whether he wants to go pro early. He worked all the way back from Tommy John surgery 2 years ago, and he looks stronger this spring with his fastball touching 96 miles an hour. But 4 years ago, Drew Smith was one of the most feared hitters in the Central Valley as a Buchanan Bear. After leading the Oregon Ducks to batting average and runs batting in this past season, he was drafted by the San Francisco Giants in the 15th round. The Buchanan history of grass pit was fast. This is the 5th straight year a Buchanan alum was drafted to the show.
The 10-day forecast is sponsored by Chipstancy Boat Resort and Casino.
Now, so we're going to look at the next 10 days, see how things are warming up, and yeah, they're going to be warm over the next 10 days, triple digits throughout these next 10 days. Omaha is supposed to be 98, and we're not getting close to that. If anything, we're getting a mixture of mainly 105 to 106 over the next 10 days. Cool down just a tad bit next Tuesday at 100 on the dot. Next Wednesday at 101. Regular overnight lows, mainly in the 70s. We're going to 68 there for this Saturday. It's going to be a hot one over the next 10 days. In the meantime, you can stay up to date with all the latest weather information for the apocalyptic forecast on the Axel and on Google Play.
Disney's live-action version of Moana is taking the top 5 domestic box office in its weekend debut. It earned $43 billion in domestic ticket sales, $52 million internationally. The film topped the box office despite underperforming compared to Disney's previous live-action movies. Minions and Monsters placed second, bringing in $20.5 million. Toy Story 5 was close behind with $18.5 million. More than 20 years after the original Trip debut, a new generation of Cheetah Sisters are taking over Disney Plus and the Disney Channel. They're going to announce the fourth installment of the Cheetah Girls franchise titled Cheetah Girls Next Gen. They will be played by Leah Starlight Jeffrey, Carmen Sanchez, Irene Chang, and Sophie Leonard. The original Cheetah Girls, now in their 40s, will also be returning to reprise their roles for the new film. The 2003 film led Disney to develop the group as recording artists. There were sequels in 2006 and 2008. Filming is expected to start later this year in South Africa. Two friends of the Big Apple are turning playgrounds into a world record attempt. Why they made it their mission to visit as many playgrounds as they could in a single day. And of course, we also want you to be part of Great Day. Just look at birthday photos online for a chance to be featured right here on the show. Our photos must be submitted to our website via TuneIn. So head over to TuneIn.com/TuneIn on your computer, your cell phone, or tablet to get started. Make sure you submit those birthdays at least 2 weeks in advance and include your person's name, birthday, and age. We stay and celebrate birthdays each week on Friday mornings, and we can't wait to wish you all a happy birthday.
Congratulations to the Fox 26 City for winning the Regional Edward R. Murrow Award, showcasing the future of fair play in the feature reporting category.
All these people are looking for love. That's just amazing. One of my favorite comments.
Tonight it is on Fox 26.
We got the MLB All-Star Game in Philadelphia. This is how America celebrates the birthday. The MLB All-Star Game on Fox 26.
Many have searched far and wide for the legendary but thanks to you, the Lost River is back. Fully plus rock, flying 13 waterfalls, and still one of the greatest adventures. Stay late Saturday night. Expect spectacular fireworks on the lake. Are you wild enough for this? Explore tickets and passes at wildwater.net.
Every ride is a chance to discover a new summer adventure. With 21 hybrid and electrified Toyota models, there's a ride made for you. Get low APR on all EVs, like 1.99% on the all-new CHR, or get 0% plus cash back on the DC with incredible range and a powerful DC motor. Go farther and spend less with Toyota's hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and all-electric EVs. Oh yeah, let's go places.
Darius was on his way home from basketball with his mom. Then out of nowhere, they got Cuba. The decision to call earnestly a birthday decision. He knew the heavy hitters would get him the money he deserved. Our insurance company, how they mess the heavy hitters.
Solar Negotiators is a proud broadcast sponsor of Fox Sports coverage of FIFA World Cup 2026. Fox 26.
2 8-year-olds in New York City trying to set a new world record for visiting the most playgrounds in a single day. I love this player there, who Wilder, and they are the best of friends. They benefited from freedom. And now tickets to the adventure together, visiting over 40 playgrounds, he said, in one day. They were inspired by an online challenge where 3 children visited 26 playgrounds in one day. That was in Australia in 2019. The 2 families even made an online tracker of their progress. She said, I think we can beat the record. We're so lucky to live in New York City. A lot of people don't realize that there are so many playgrounds here. The community spaces where people can be together outside. And there's also one last law before Wilder's family moves out of the U.S. They're still waiting here for the Guinness Book of World Records. They did hear from City Parks Commissioner who congratulated them for visiting 41 playgrounds. Good for them. Well, it's not even replicate. Okay, we take it on site. We take it on site. Yeah, I was thinking if we were to do that, that would be a lovely solitude. Or over a mile. Thank you, because it's like in New York. Yeah, it's all there. And here it's like for example, you can pull it, you can go right there, go right there, and you go. I'm shaking. No. About speaking of both, I have to pick up. About the hip of the Thailand is being new on the fans following her recent birthday celebration and her beautiful skin. In the next hour of Great Day, will people say welcome to the small animal and how the hippo's fame is raising awareness about the endangered species. All right, if we have the break at 6:57. Here is a look at your opinion, brought to you by the Skyfox 26 Burlington. We love it. It keeps us organized. There's a place for everything.
There's Marcus by Design made it to
Take 40% off plus an extra 15% off. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGN or visit closetsbydesign.com.
I remember the moment there was insurance company for things, and we tracked down surveillance footage of the driver was on his phone. But even then, they kept saying that's on the play here. They're not gonna pay. But the local government fought for me. And at the end, they say,
after that, that's when everything started to take care of myself. At that point, I started hormone therapy and GLP-1 and therapy. So I lost another 50 pounds, and I lost over 3 pounds total. What we do here is we manage to start with the meat, and we can show you what.
something your home shouldn't be stressful. What if you could skip the repairs, the sorting, and the uncertainty? Hi, I'm Jake. At Home Health Group, we offer a true agile solution. For over 15 years, we've made selling simple. As a local company, we value your time and peace of mind. Leave what you don't want. Close on your schedule. And let our team handle the rest. Choose a partner who understands. Choose Home Health Group.
For local coverage, weather, investigations, and breaking news. Stay connected and informed daily. Go to cleanph.com today.
The fast-burning elephant fire in the Tahoe National Forest is now forcing people in the area to remain alert as it spreads. How much progress crews have made on the fire so far, and now they're urging the community to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. New U.S. strikes on Iran raising the stakes in the growing conflict, while the ongoing battle over control of the Strait of Hormuz is only pushing the permanent peace deal further out of reach. The war in politics is continuing to boil the sudden death of South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. Well, Lindsey Graham was a legend. He was a giant, and all of us across South Carolina are shocked.
Americans lost the true statesman. We don't have many left. He is a true statesman, but I've lost a friend.
What new details we're learning about the senator's death and how this sudden loss has created a scramble to fill a seat.
You're watching Fox 26, and now, right there.
And I'm Carl Cook. Justin Willis is off today. Thank you so much for joining us. And you guys have a good week.
Yes, we feel relaxed. Being back to work is more relaxed than yesterday. So, you had a good week.
Yeah. I saw you had a nice moment there at the water park.
Okay. performed there, and we didn't realize there was going to be a manga playing there a little longer and became a bite. People were dancing. The dub came out and started dancing. They had Hello Kitty on there dancing. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It wasn't crazy sunny either. It was nice.
Yeah, it did feel a little muggy, so to speak. So
Yeah, you can say the weather was nice.
you got to enjoy. The rest of us
We
were,
were not in that little water.
no, we were not.
I
But
like that one.
it was nice, and hope you guys have your AC units ready because they are going to be running all week. It's going to be a warm up throughout the entire week, so sorry I have to say here. But you did doing some decent weather as of right now, if you want to call, basically decent for us. So, well, I guess we'll take it with you guys, right? Cloudy skies as well today. East direction of winds at 3 miles an hour. Dew point at 55 degrees, and yeah, it's only going to get warmer from this moment forward. 87 degrees at 10 a.m., 93 at noontime, 100 degrees at 5 p.m. Some more speed to help kind of a little bit of help with some relief there at 10 miles an hour, but you got plenty of sunshine for today, but that heat is going to be lingering all week long. But there's also good chances of rain up in the mountainous areas. We'll show you how it's going to be lingering going back and forth in just a bit.
We now have an update to breaking news story. We just got to Saturday night on Fox 26 News at 2. A driver is now recovering after being shot and investigators believe was a case of road rage along Highway 180 at the influence of Sanger. Fox 26 reporter Alexis Gouveia joined us live from the California Highway Patrol and Fresno area office this morning. Alexis?
Yeah, CBC tells us this happened on Saturday night, just before 10, near Highway 180 and McCall Avenue. CBC officers and Fresno County Sheriff's deputies responded. Reviewed a silver Ford Mustang with 4 people inside and a dark blue Honda Accord were involved. CBC says on McCall Avenue, the Honda pulled up to the Mustang. Someone inside fired a single shot, hitting the Mustang's driver before speeding away. The driver was taken to a local hospital. His condition has not been released. It's unclear how many people were in the Honda or who fired those shots. If you have any information about the shooting, you are asked to call CHP Detective Perez at 559-262-0400. For now, reporting live this morning in South Fresno, I'm Alexis Gouveia, Fox 26 News.
A man was behind bars after police say he fired several shots outside of a Visalia home. Police say around 2 yesterday morning they were talking about home on Tyler and Minden. They say 45-year-old man and walked out of the home with a gun tucked into his waistband and then fired multiple rounds into the air. Yes, officers found the shell casings. No one was hurt, though. During a search of the home, officers again found several guns, ammunition, and drugs. The man was arrested. He's been booked to the Tulare County Jail on local charges. It's also a wildfire now happening right now. Evacuations in effect in the Tahoe National Forest as the wildfire is burning. This one living about a month. Okay, so it's burning in an area known as Elephant Peak, which is why it's called the Elephant Fire. It's already burned more than 6,400 acres. It's only 5% contained. We hope to get an update in the next hour or so, and hopefully those numbers will be higher. Evacuations were ordered for a small area near the fire zone, and the cause of the fire is still not known. The firefighters were also battling the blaze in southern California. This one known as the South Fire began Friday in Los Angeles County in the Antelope Valley. It's burned more than 2,600 acres and is 31% contained. There are 2 zones in the area that are still under evacuation warnings. Cal Fire, the Angeles National Forest, and the Los Angeles and San Bernardino County Fire Departments are working together on this one.
Time now is 7:05, and as far as weather concern goes in Southern California, they're going to be dealing with some warm temperatures for today, which we'll show you in just a bit. So we do have some warnings that are still in effect. We're going to start with satellite radar, though, because we're seeing some low pressure lingering across the state here, which is bringing some rain chances throughout the state here. But it's not really consistent throughout. It's sort of spots here and there throughout the day for today. That's what I mean, because we got the live radar going. You see most of that rain changes there across the coastal regions there. You see across Monterey County, getting up to San Jose, even parts of the Bay Area. You also see some changes up here in the mountainous regions as well, but very light as of right now. Some sprinkles, really not too much going on here. But it will start to progress in the higher elevation as the day goes on. So again, a light chance of rain throughout the day so far. This at noontime where it's not too prevalent as right now, but it does start to pick up a little bit at 5:30 p.m. in the early evening hours, and you see it all across Southern California. So they may get some relief there with those fires, but this will start to linger a little bit more towards the border there between California and Nevada, but this will back off a little bit there. A little bit of chance of rain around 12:30 p.m. on Tuesday. So it's just a lighter chance compared to later on this evening where it's more heavier. And this will start to back off as well as we get into Wednesday. And just some lighter sprinkles, so it looks to regress as the week goes on with those rain chances there. But this again will back off. But we got another chance a little later in the week there on Thursday where it starts to pick up right here. But they're looking at that right now. It's going to be making its way up into the state. It looks like right now it's going to stay down towards Southern California, even getting it into the neighboring states down here, and it will back off again. But as we get closer to Thursday, we'll look to see if it does play a factor and start to make its way up throughout the state. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the weather alerts. As I mentioned, they are dealing with a watch right now, an extreme heat watch that will last all the way to Thursday until 8 p.m. Going through all of Southern California where you see it starting to move up into the coast as well. You have Morro Bay, Pismo Beach, San Francisco, those areas, because they are abnormal high as of right now. But it looks like it'll back off on Thursday and start to cool down, which will show you some of those cities a little later in the weekend getaway, but we'll save that for later on in the news now. So we're just keep in mind that if you are coming up to Southern California today, maybe taking a week over there, do expect some warm temperatures throughout the week up until Thursday. For us in the valley, it's going to start warming up as well for us, even though we're already in triple digits for today. 101 is going to be our high for your Monday, 105 on Tuesday, 106 on Wednesday. Overnight lows are going to be in the 70s. You got plenty of sunshine. You also got some wind speeds to help get some relief from this heat. 10 to 15 miles an hour today, and 10 to 20 miles an hour for Tuesday and Wednesday. So you can stay cool, take some water, electrolytes everything you can to make sure that you are okay throughout this week, because it's going to be a warm one throughout the week. Not breaking any records, but it's still going to be hot for your week across the valley. And speed of which, we're going to look at your highs and lows throughout the valley to see how warm everyone else is getting as well.
An 18-year-old road to recovery after an emergency during basketball practice led to a shocking diagnosis. As the families are took action by Fresno City College coaching staff, stay busy and now they're urging others to never ignore chest pain, no matter your age, because this is just an 18-year-old Jackson Scarborough. And last Monday, normal basketball practice was until he began to experience sudden chest pain. And his staff made the decision to call an ambulance. And at the hospital, doctors delivered shocking news to the family that Jackson had an aortic dissection. That happens when a tear forms in the inner layer of the aorta, the body's main artery. As blood forces its way through the tear, the condition can quickly become fatal if it is not treated immediately. Less than 30 minutes after his first symptom, surgeons said he needed to move to open heart surgery.
If you accept pain, it's an emergency, and you need to get to the hospital. You know, that's it. I wouldn't have reacted. I wouldn't have reacted the way that this coaching staff reacted. It's a big deal.
Jackson underwent a 9-hour surgery with non-duality that first from said doctors told her this condition has about a 10% survival rate. Gifts and cards and posters now fill up this hospital room. And while Jackson is far from recovery far from over, family says that he is making steady progress. And by hospital bills, the family created a GoFundMe. We have a link to that on our website, KNPH.com. And we are learning now that South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham likely died from a tear in his aorta. Yeah, and that's according to the Washington, D.C. Medical Examiner. A statement from Graham's office says the examiner found the tear happened because of his cardiovascular disease. Graham's office initially said he died Saturday night of a brief and sudden illness. The four-term senator just turned 71 last week. Christine Brazil with the latest for Easter news. And go on this long. It is now 7:11. A live look at traffic south of Kingsburg this morning. We do have reports of 2 lanes that are blocked on northbound Magnolia between Mary Drive and Spraybrook. Expect some slowdowns if you are headed that way. And northbound 99 is service are coming in from Tulare County into the Fresno area. Just give yourself some extra time. Of course, you can find new headlines and the weather forecast on the screen all morning long, even through the commercial break.
Traffic is sponsored by Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino.
This portion of the news is sponsored by HR Mobile Services, keeping your company compliant.
I was riding my Harley, somebody pulled out in front of me. Anthony needed serious help, so he called Curtis Legal Group. I was actually talking to Andy. He's the head of it. He lives here and he works here. I just told him that anybody can come in.
Get coverage confidence with AAA insurance.
Have you been injured in an accident and feel like the case might be worth more than you're being told?
Here in California, you always have the right to a second opinion.
Get one from an experienced law firm that other attorneys hire when they need a trial team with decades of experience, winning millions of dollars, helping people just like you. Just like you.
Just like you.
Call us and find out what your case is really worth at no cost to you.
E&D Injury Law Group, on your side when it matters the most.
Take your space back with Daryl's Mini Storage and get it for 6 months free with 70 locations. At Daryl's.com.
These trucking companies have teams of experts fighting against you. You need unbiased stories. We'll make sure you get paid every single dollar you deserve.
Work by a big truck? Call 1-800-222-2222. Stay connected and informed daily. Go to KMVH.com today.
Time now is 7:14 at the live desk. Jurassic Park actor Sam Neill has died at the age of 78. Today, his family said the New Zealand actor died in Australia after recovering from cancer. Neill rose to international fame with roles in films such as My Brilliant Career and Dead Pond. He was perhaps best known for playing paleontologist Alan Grant in 1993's Jurassic Park. He also earned an Emmy nomination for his performance in the 1998 miniseries Merlin, and another as narrator of 2017's Wild New Zealand. His other credits include The Hunt for the Red October, The Piano, and Strictly Blinded. Neill disclosed his non-Hodgkin lymphoma diagnosis in 2023. His family said his death was, quote, sudden and unexpected. A cause of death has not been specified. His family wrote Neill was, quote, surrounded by family during his passing. At the live desk, I'm Christina Rodriguez. The U.S. Air Force strikes on the water over the Atlantic continue to feel the top in the Strait of Hormuz. Battles for the control of the waterway are threatening to launch the entire region into a deeper, more divisive war, as national correspondent Christine Patel reports. All signs are now pointing toward on-again war in Iran. It is very much on-again. U.S. Central Command announcing more strikes after it says Iran's revolutionary guard will fire at commercial shipping trying to transit the Strait of Hormuz. The battle over control of the strait has been central to negotiations in recent weeks, with Iran insisting it's in control of the vital waterway. As President Trump insists it is not.
Open, they agreed to a deal yesterday. It's perfect deal for us. No nuclear, no this, no that, no nothing. They give up everything. And then after that, they left the room. And then within an hour, they launched a drone and a ship. I said, you people are sick. You're sick people.
Iranian state media releasing this video claiming it launched drone strikes on U.S. military installations in Bahrain and Kuwait. in response to U.S. attacks. Iran's Mohammad Ghalibaf warning Iran the era of one-sided deals is over. He told you keep your word or pay the price. Iran is not. On Sunday alone, U.S. Central Command says it hit more than 140 Iranian targets following Iran's attacks Saturday.
Obviously, the memorandum of understanding with Iran was always performance-based, and one of the conditions was that Iran not terrorize commercial vessels trading in the Strait.
The war now raging on for more than 4 months, with long pauses but no end in sight. Some on Capitol Hill criticizing President Trump for misjudging Iran's unwillingness to heed to U.S. demands.
My concern is that on the backside of this war, Iran is going to be more motivated than they were a year ago to actually produce the weapons that they know will forever take off the table an attack on their country.
Over the weekend, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said just about every problem in the Middle East, from Hezbollah, Hamas, to the Houthis, ties back to Iran. He called it a destabilizing, dangerous force that had to be dealt with. And Christine Pazano reported. Meantime, the president is sending Iran a strict warning. In a post-truth social, he wrote the U.S. military is ready to strike Iran because leaders tried to assassinate him. He added that orders have already been given and the U.S. military is, quote, ready, willing, and able for a 1-year period of time, subject to extension, to completely decimate and destroy all areas of Iran. During the funeral of their late Supreme Leader, many Iranians could be seen calling for revenge against President Trump, as well as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, for launching the February strike that killed Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The president's post follows reports that sources from Israel shared information with the U.S. saying Iran was working on a new specific plan to assassinate the president. But the details of the alleged plot are not clear. Some American officials have suggested the Israeli report could be an effort to sway President Trump's decision-making as he decides whether to intensify military action against Iran. First responders in San Francisco now sounding the alarm about autonomous vehicles impeding their ability to respond to emergencies. The San Francisco Fire Department says it has 31 internal documents about incidents over the years. Well, back in 2023, they when a fire truck crashed with a driverless vehicle sending a person to the hospital. More recently, on July 4th, multiple waylays needed to be towed after they ran out of battery power. First responders are worried they may not be able to get the people who need help.
People need it for the most difficult kind of need. So anytime we are blocked by any autonomous vehicle, that matters. One, if there's enough room, we try to go around. There has been reported instances where our fire engines are nose to nose with the Waymo, and what happens is the Waymo realizes that our licensed sirens are on, but stop.
Firefighters have said they are reporting when Waymo vehicles are blocking them by scanning their QR codes. City officials say they want companies to pay some sort of fine. The vehicle impedes emergency response.
Time now at 7:19. Let's get a look at your highs and lows for your Monday. Starting off in San Francisco, it's going to be, speaking of San Francisco, going to be a lot cooler than here in the valley. 70 degrees there in the Bay Area. Fresno at 101. Los Angeles at 84 degrees. It's cloudy skies. So we're going with that extreme heat watch. So we'd expect that throughout the week. Now, as far as today's highs across the valley, well, we've seen a lot of triple digits. So let's look at the foothills here. Mariposa, you'll be at 94 for today. Oak Ridge at 92. We got Madera at 99 degrees. One of the few that are kind of creeping away from triple digits. But there are triple digits for Merced and Los Banos and Kermit, all in 100 degrees today. Fireball, you are at 101 and 79 degrees, the sweet spot for today. So let's go over the central part of the valley. Start off in Yokuts Valley. You'll be at 95 for your Monday. We got some more 100 for Clovis, Sanger, Selma, and Kingsburg. Got a couple of the cities starting to creep off of the triple digits here. Greeley, Orosi, all at 99 today. Woodland, you'll be at 98 for today. So some relief there in those cities. And in the south, I said more relief for a couple of the cities. Visalia, Insular, and Hanford, 99. 99 for Colquitt and Avenal as well. Porterville, you'll be at 98 for today. Delano, you'll be at 97. Coalinga, you will unfortunately have some triple digits at 100 degrees in the down, but we will see that we're turning back off a little bit throughout the day today. Overnight lows all the way up to the mid of the low 70s and also some mid 70s. Coming up, we're going to look at air quality and hydro report to see if there are any changes on this front. We want
U.S. citizen working for a humanitarian organization in Congo is now tested positive for the Ebola virus. The CDC says it is working with the person's employer as well as health authorities to prevent further transmission. This Ebola outbreak is considered the fastest growing on record, with more than 1,800 confirmed cases in Congo, roughly 650 deaths. Cases have also been confirmed in neighboring Uganda. Initially, Trump administration officials had said the U.S. would send exposed Americans to a new facility in Kenya instead of flying them home. But that project has been suspended following backlash from locals over fear of exposure to Ebola. The Democrat Senator Lindsey Graham is now setting up the Senate's primary to fill his seat. Now that process is expected to unfold on November 7th, 2022.
Congratulations to the Fox 26 News team for winning a regional Edward R. Murrow Award, showcasing the future of fair play in the feature reporting category.
At Stanton, for a limited time, kids get a free eye exam. Penguins need clear vision. Kids do too. Plus, glasses start at just $79. Made same day. Smart, simple, Stanton. When something's wrong, you turn to family first. In our family, we hear each other. We empathize. We help. And that's how people feel when they call the lotto. When you call us after an accident, that's what you're going to get. You're still going to get hard fighting, hard negotiating legal fees. But it starts with truly hearing and truly caring. We want to help. Call us and tell us what to do. If you've been hurt, call us. We're the law.
We invited Pastor Simons. Vehicles, just like they do with their teams. Right the proof of the Nissan lineup is tested and trusted by the top. We have a winning offer at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Get 0% APR and select model terms for well-qualified buyers. Good, get 4,500 customer cash for select road or frontier trim. At Stanton, our progressive lenses are digital, customized for you. All distances, one lens. Get 2 progressives plus a free eye exam for just $175. Smart, simple, Stanton. Get you
Well, celebrities get school.
spell guarantee. E-A. I'll see you soon.
Wednesday at 9 on Fox 26.
Well, the back time now is 7:24. Let's get a look at the air quality report. Let's start things off to see if there are any changes. Well, some good news for Merced, Madera, and Kings County. Good air quality to get your week started, but not much has changed though for Fresno, Tulare, and Sequoia National Park. Those are still in the moderate range. But some good news for Sequoia National Park. That has come down for that moderate to high range, but still moderate for today. As far as your allergy report, a little bit of change here, but not in a good way. That standard has gotten into the high range. Cold is still low, pollen is still in the moderate ranges, and your top allergens are still juniper, privet, and grassy to get the week started. Now, as far as illness outlook, some changes here as well. But again, not for the good. As a science study, they're all in the high range. Migraine, arthritis, and common cold, those are still low. This range for purposes only. Always consult your physician for more. Coming up, we'll get a look at your spotlight forecast because we got a city that is still up for debate. Maybe some of you are talking about it right now, but we'll let you know what that debate is all about and the weather report too. Well, we're going to right now with Flanders Fine and Half-Staff in honor of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. President Trump tells CNN he talked with Graham on the phone Saturday night, noting that the senator sounded tired.
Well, it's devastating. I thought he was fine. He told me last night. He just got back from Ukraine. And he was telling me about the trip. He was pushing very, very hard. You probably know he wanted to do the Save America Act. But we were talking about that. He was full of vim and vigor. He was tired. He said, I'm tired because it's a long trip. But other than that, he was fine.
Now, it's always come after the president posted about Graham's death onto his social, calling him one of the greatest people and senators he's ever met. The Post says, quote, he was always working and was a true American patriot. Lindsay will be greatly missed. As Senator Graham is running for his 5th term in the Senate. Here's what will happen with that seat now. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster will appoint someone to fill the seat for the rest of the term. That person will serve until January 3rd. Graham already won the Republican nomination in the state primaries. Under South Carolina law, the state will hold a special election for voters to choose the Republican nominee to replace him. That election will likely happen August 11th. And then the November election, general election, will proceed like normal unless state officials decide to change the procedure. And as Republicans are dealing with the aftermath of this sudden death, Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell is giving an update on his multi-week hospitalization. The 84-year-old released this photo yesterday with his wife, Elaine Chao. In a statement, he said he suffered a fall June 14th that left him unconscious, and then he caught pneumonia. He said his doctor confirmed he did not have a heart attack, a stroke, or any other serious ailment. He said he's continuing to work, but he's been advised not to return to the Senate floor just yet, instead entering a rehabilitation center. McConnell announced plans to retire at the end of his current term after serving 42 years in Congress. Maine's Democratic Party is now confirming a full process to replace John Cotton is now underway.
In coordination with our legal counsel, we have put together a plan for this nominating convention that will allow us to choose a qualified candidate who has the energy, ideas, or support to defeat Susan Collins.
Cotton withdrew from the state Senate race last week following sexual assault accusations. Democrats in Maine now have until July 27th to pick a new nominee in their challenge against incumbent Senator Susan Collins, a race that could determine control of the Senate. Now, the Maine Democratic Party plans to convene some 600 delegates for a new nominating convention. That'll be on the 25th. Multiple people have already thrown their hat into the ring. A San Joaquin Valley water district is now seeing a major breakthrough in its fight against the invasive golden mussel species. How the agency was able to clear its pipelines and why this may not be a viable solution for smaller water districts. It is 7:28. As we head to break, let's take a look at traffic. We're moving to the North Valley this morning, and we're looking to assess what you see both on the map and on the live Caltrans camera. Everything is clear. There is no problem on the roads in Merced or the surrounding cities as well. Great day. We'll be right back.
There's one firm insurance companies don't want to see. Honestly, Happy. Trusted by workers to win.
Understand this, your practice time. Sometimes nature shows that flow can be good too, especially when it comes to progressive disease like chronic kidney disease. So while I know that myself, I'm taking it slow to remind you that Jordan delivered the proven slow prevention of disease, which can lead to die, and it lowers the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reaction, dehydration, urinary tract, or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking it, tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing, or vomiting. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. If anything too sick for other than that, call your doctor right away if you have deep pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
When it comes to your CKD, embrace the flow.
Ask your doctor about germs.
When it comes to winning experience, no one else can say they are the Curtis Legal Group. For over 70 years, we've been known in the Central Valley for winning. We are the Curtis Legal Group. We are your high-rep heavy hitters. Now, we're going to use the
Golden Technologies. Raccoon, laser, relax, lit. The Bone Store has a huge selection by Golden Technologies, and we'll even give it a lift home with immediate delivery. Available today at the Bone Store.
Go inside the biggest tournament on earth with legends living. This isn't unfiltered soccer presented by Volkswagen.
The KNPH Fox 26, 26 Days of Summer, is sponsored by Les Schwab.
Well, this summer, Fox 26 is turning up the heat with the 26 days of summer. For 26 days, we're giving viewers a solid daily summer prize of giveaway. It's for $1 pass to the Yosemite Mount Silver Pine Railroad that is good for 2 adults and 2 children. You want in? It's easy. Head KNPH.com, click the contest tab, and enter for your chance to win, or you may even be ready to just scan this QR code right there on your screen. One entry gets you in, and if you don't win today, don't worry. Your number entry carries over to the next prize. Plus, one lucky viewer will be drawn for the grand prize at the end of it all. Don't miss your chance to make this summer bigger and brighter and more fun. Enter now at KNPH.com and keep watching for the next prize in our 26 Days of Summer.
All right, time now is 7:32. We are looking at summer, which is going to be our spotlight for today. Now, we have 2 different origin stories, and you can choose which one you prefer, but I'm going to let you know right now with each different name that you're seeing on your screen if you have a chance to look at it. So the first one, Selma Bloomberg Lewis. That is the persistent local legend that Selma was named after this person by Governor Leland Stanford, who returned her picture by her father in fact. Lewis's very important memorial park in Selma and her marker repeats this story about this New Orleans, but also is the most probable namesake when nominations were given to name the city. That Selma Michelson Kingsbury was offered as a name, with the name being submitted by her husband, Sanford Kingsbury, for inclusion in a list of county names that was prepared by his supervisor. And you're noticing the Southern Pacific Railroad is because of that railroad, which is a branch of the Central Pacific Railroad, that the city of Selma was able to be built and located as the second city of Fresno County, by the way. But we'll let you decide on what name you prefer to see the name after. But for more on other things, go to cityofselma.com for more information if you want to check out what's going on in Selma. What you can expect today, though, is a hot day today. 101 is going to be the high of the low. 34 with a partly cloudy skies. Wind speeds at 5 to 50 miles per hour. Humidity at 51% and dew point at 56 degrees. Selma, try to cool off, stay cool, and enjoy your day today. Coming up, we'll look at the weekend getaway forecast and maybe someone to be a lot cooler than that.
7:34 at the Live West. We're starting to see new images this morning of the aftermath of a deadly overnight fire that tore through Utah in Colorado. Video just into our newsroom shows burned out cables, some still holding empty beer bottles. Officials say many victims were found at the restroom at the back of the truck. At least 27 people were killed in the fire. Investigators are now examining the sealing materials and whether any emergency exits may have been obstructed, making it more difficult for people to evacuate. The Prime Minister said an assistant who was performing at the bar told him that he saw smoke coming out of a circuit breaker near the stage before the power went out. Then an explosion was heard and thick smoke quickly filled the place. The building's street-facing windows were blown out, and debris littered the sidewalk, including charred television sets, speakers, and electronic guitars. According to the Associated Press, some Buddhist monks visited the site this morning to pray for the victims, while nurses handed out face masks to people nearby to help protect them from smoke and lingering fear from the burnt-out building. At the White House, Christina Rodriguez. Breakthrough in the fight against California's golden mussel invasion. A spokesperson for a San Joaquin Valley water district says it has found a successful treatment that cleared the mussels from its pipelines before farmers were impacted. The Arvin Edison Water Storage District Resource Manager tells Fox 26 that it's facing a problem with desalination, so the water district took a risk, testing a treatment that it hoped would work. Now it says the decision is helping protect its water system from golden mussels. Officials say copper-based treatments are not new, but this approach using matrix CA successfully killed the muscles that were found in areas treated.
All those that yielded dead muscles, we also performed the same thing upstream of the treatment, and all those muscles were alive. So from that perspective, it was 100% mortality. Everything was steep. But obviously, I can't say 100% mortality throughout the entire district because we cleared areas where we just can't see.
It puts the district among the first in North America to launch a large-scale treatment program targeting golden mussels. But this is not a one-time fix. Golden mussels continuing to enter the California aqueduct from the Delta system. And he says the district expects to need 2 to 3 treatments each year to keep new growth under control. The first 30-day treatment, by the way, cost about $3 million. But the next round expected to cost about $1.3 million. A new Meta AI tool launched just days ago. It's now offline after a wave of criticism, like privacy and license concerns forced the company to reverse course. Time is 7:37.
Congratulations to the Fox 26 News team for winning a regional Edward R. Murrow Award, showcasing the future of fair play in the feature reporting category.
Whether you're involved in a minor or catastrophic crash, you have rights. Do you want to know what compensation you're owed under the law and what your rights are? You urgently contact an attorney or financial to get better advice before you seek to end it. Call
Leftover pain. It just sits in your basement talking to you, taking up space from that home gym. Next time, take the pain out of pain with our 3 rules for painting smart. Whether you're touching up, repainting, or doing a DIY project with a slow-moving sidekick, use up what you already have and watch that leftover paint disappear. Magic. Visit paintcare.org for more tips on painting smart. Skip the stress of selling your home with Home Helpers Group, the proven choice for over 15 years. We offer a true as-is solution, and we make it simple. Do what you don't want, and let our team handle the rest.
Investigates kids and responsible social media.
Tonight on Fox 26 News at 10. The Getaway Forecast is sponsored by Epic RV.
All right, time now at 7:39, and we are looking live at Memorial Day, a nice, beautiful, calm day over there on the coast. Nice to see the rocks there, some blue skies, you would say there, because we got some clouds up there, but really nothing too bad. It just looks like a beautiful view from here, and this could be your book eventually this weekend if you don't have any plans to go anywhere. Memorial Bay looks like a good spot. Temperatures also stay the same thing. Look at it, 73 degrees on Friday, 74 on Saturday, 75 on Sunday. You got some wind speeds, 10 to 50 miles an hour. Overnight lows in the 50s. Cloudy skies like you just saw on that live camera. Can't beat that. So if you're planning on going somewhere this weekend, or maybe haven't thought about it just yet, maybe go to Memorial Bay. Enjoy the cool temperatures. Make sure to travel safe so you can get there and enjoy your weekend. Coming up, we'll get into the evening plans. So we got a couple ideas. You want to have to tonight here in the valley? Got the weather for you today.
7:40, let's take a live look at the big board, and we see there's just a little bit of trepidation this morning, a little uncertainty here. Dow Jones Industrial Average is down now about 71 points after starting the week and the morning in the positive note, kind of hopeful, but There are a number of things that are kind of weighing things down, and the number one thing is definitely oil prices, which are climbing once again after the U.S. launched new strikes on Iran overnight. And Tehran responded with its own attacks against Gulf countries that house U.S. military facilities. The international benchmark Brent crude that went up almost 4% to $79 a barrel. Certainly not something investors are happy about. U.S. crude also up more than 3% to $74 a barrel. So what comes next? Gas prices usually follow suit. AAA is reporting the national average is $3.87 a gallon. That's up 30% since the U.S. and Israel first attacked Iran this past February. But it is significantly down from the high of 456 reached on Memorial Day. Still, numbers that are a lot less than we are paying now here in California. 539 is the statewide average. In Fresno County, it's 529. Tulare County, 527. Madera County, 545. But there's a new report saying that global oil demand will hit the first annual decline since 2020. The International Energy Agency's latest report says world oil demand is set to drop by 1 million barrels a day this year. But the forecast rests on the assumption of a ceasefire and the Strait of Hormuz gradually opening. Right now there is no ceasefire, and Iran says the strait is closed. The Iran war has caused disruption with production networks in the Middle East, so researchers are saying that recovery is happening, but continued escalation in the conflict could make it harder to predict the oil demand outlook. A sweeping housing affordability bill is now law, without a presidential veto or the president's signature. This new law includes more than 45 provisions, many of which are aimed at increasing the development of affordable housing by removing regulatory barriers and streamlining environmental reviews. President Trump refused to sign the measure in protest over refusal from Congress to pass his voter ID registration bill, also known as the Save America. Under the Constitution, a bill that passes both the houses of Congress, the House of Representatives and the Senate, automatically becomes law if the president does not sign or veto it within 10 days, excluding Sundays. Meta is now suspending that new AI feature that we warned you about last week. The tool allows people to create AI photos just like they would normally post selfies or pictures. Well, the controversial part is that it also allowed anyone to pull images from public Instagram accounts and then tell the chatbot to create AI photos in someone else's likeness without their permission. Well, there was widespread backlash, especially from labor unions and Hollywood talent agencies, which called the new feature a violation of privacy and likeness rights. Meta says it heard and removed it.
That is at 7:44. We're going to give the cut out the door today. If you need some review, we got a couple of things that you could do for today. Even early this afternoon as well. Starting off at the Home Center in Fresno. They are hosting the Island Adventure Camp. It's going to start at 1 p.m. today and go up until 5 early this evening. You got Maker Monday happening at the Kings County Library in Hanford. That's going to start at 3:30 p.m. Couple of ideas for the kids and adults alike. That's going to have a door this afternoon. But later on this evening, Nate Butler Ivory Night is happening as it does every Monday evening there at Backyard Social. That will start at 7 p.m. You'll have a drink and listen to some nice music. Just to stop to your Backyard Social. But whatever you got going today, it's going to be a warm one right here. You're going to see 100 degrees on the dot at 5 p.m. But we do creep into the 90s there at 6 p.m. And it'll slowly cool down as the evening goes on. Got a chance of some mostly cloudy to completely cloudy skies there at 8 p.m. So it's going to be 95 degrees. So don't let that think it's going to be raining. It's not going to rain tonight, but it will look like it. And it might be a little bit as well. But still going to be warm and cooling off as it is 10 p.m. It's 9 degrees and cooling off. So with the temperatures, it seems cooler than having to deal with over 100 degrees there at 5 p.m. Whatever you got going tonight, enjoy yourself, travel safe, have a good time, and just make sure you stay cool and drink plenty of water. Make sure that you're okay. Coming up, we'll go to the 10-day forecast and see how long these triple digits could be lasting.
Soccer 101, sponsored by Digi Living.
Today we're focusing on soccer facts. A foul is when a player breaks a rule that impacts the opponent in an unfair manner, which is usually done through physical contact or a dangerous form of play. At the professional level, there are 2 referees on the field to help enforce the rules of the game, with the center referee being the primary decision maker for fouls.
Your summer road trip starts at Disneyland.
Is in a race to save lives. Heart disease is the #1 killing disease. It's 80% preventable if you know the signs. Millions of women are living with or at risk of heart disease. Get educated. See your doctor. Know the facts. To win this race, we all have to do it together. Our hearts beat as one. Remember, this woman
That vision of Mercy Supervised and Living His Life and really that
First Michigan did this league for just over 7 years now. It takes a special staff to show up every single night, whether that's at 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. I also know that's one of the reasons that producers have been such a big supporter of us over the years. They look at their donations as an investment. Producers has made transformational investments that have planted seeds that have now just grown trees that have helped their folks.
If you've been hurt in podcast, it can be one of the hardest things. Let us help you through it. Have fun the Law Brothers. I called the Law Brothers right after my accident. Then contact with me like every day. It's all like them. It was 7 o'clock. It was great. I would absolutely recommend the Law Brothers to other people.
If you're hurt, 1-800, call
The moment I stopped trying to outrun obstacles that were put in front of me and believing in myself and trusting the work that I put in, that's when everything changed. So folks, being present, that's not something that stays in football field. Being the same, not having a head again. What you don't think about is exactly the same. You can get pulled over, get a ticket, or worse. You can get in the crash, hurt yourself, or somebody else on the road that had nothing to do with your rush.
Every action has a consequence. The rules exist to get you home and everyone else.
Speeding catches up with you.
Stop and play wherever you get your contract. The stadium is active in Fort Dale. Go to cleanph.com today.
It is time for another great giveaway right now. We want to give you a chance to beat the Houston style of one of Wonder Adventure Park in Clovis. So if you're interested in a family 4-pack of tickets, you go around the Lazy River, grab your phone and call the birthday giveaway number at 1-866-369-1267. Again, 1-866-369-1267. Caller number 126 wins. You must be 18 or older today. Good luck and stay cool out there.
The Golden Forecast is sponsored by Chuck Shanty Golden Dorn Casino.
And time now is 7:49. Those tickets were pretty tempting, but look at the temperature for the next 10 days. We're dealing with triple digits for the next 10 days, really, so to speak there. Not close to our normal high of 98 degrees, as we'll be dealing with mainly 105 to 106s the rest of the way. Get a little bit of cool break, if you want to call it that, at 100 degrees next Tuesday. So we'll move up to 101 there next to Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine over the next 10 days. Mostly 70s with 168 there on Saturday over the next 10 days. In the meantime, you can stay updated with all the latest weather information with the Fox 26 forecast app on the App Store and on Google Play.
Disney's live-action version of a popular animated film took the top spot at the domestic box office in its opening weekend. We're talking about Moana, a new live-action recently of the animated 2016 story. Taking $43 million in domestic ticket sales, $52 million internationally. The film topped the box office despite underperforming compared to Disney's previous live-action iterations. Minions and Monsters placed second on the box office, pulling in $20.5 million. Toy Story 5 was supposed to be in third with $18.5 million. But over 20 years after the original group debuted, a new generation of cheetah sisters are taking over Disney Plus and Disney Channel. Disney announced the fourth installment of the Cheetah Girls franchise titled Cheetah Girls Next Gen. The film introduces a new generation of Cheetah Girls, usually played by Leah Savage Jeffrey, Carmen Sanchez, Annie Chen, and Sophie Lane. The original Cheetah Girls
who are now in their 40s, are returning to reprise their roles for this new film. The 2003 film led Disney to develop the group as recording artists. There were also sequels in 2006 and 2008. Just keep thinking Amigos Cheetos comes to life, right? Filming is set to start later this month in South Africa. Netflix, among the companies vying to buy a social media platform for film lovers. Letterboxd was founded in 2011, majority owned by a Canadian company and 40% held by its original co-founder. Well, now Variety reports the company was in talks with multiple possible buyers for its app and website. The suitors could include Netflix, along with Sony Pictures, Paramount Skydance, and a venture capital fund led by Reddit co-creator Alexis Ohanian. Letterboxd currently has more than 30 million members, including 10 million added in just the last year. The bank holding the potential sale reportedly values the company at $250 million. A good chunk of change there. I'll be like a Piggy Hippo. Here we go, Sunday. Piggy Hippo gaining new wave of fans following her recent birthday celebration. What people say draws them to the small angels. It depends on your definition of small and how the hippos say was raising awareness about endangered species. And as we go to break, take a look at this beautiful view from high above Avocado Lake on this Monday morning, brought to you by the Sky on 26 Road Count at 7:52.
Congratulations to the Fox 26 Incident for winning a regional Edward R. Murrow Award, showcasing the future of fair play in the feature reporting category.
All these people are looking for loans. One of my favorite novels. This wonder judgment still probably fits elimination for this paper.
United 8 on Fox 26. Is at the MLB All-Star Game in Philadelphia. This is my American Celebration Thursday. The MLB All-Star Game on Fox 26.
For whatever life throws at you, get coverage confidence with AAA Insurance.
Darius was on his way home from basketball with his mom, when out of nowhere they got Cuba for the city of Paul and Presley for the decision. He knew the heavy hitters would get him the money he deserved. Paul Insurance Company, how they messed with it.
Ready to feel stronger, leaner, and energized? At Game Day Men's Health, we help men take control of their health and perform at their peak every day. You'll be welcomed by our friendly, knowledgeable team, dedicated to making your experience comfortable, personal, and stress-free. Our advanced treatments, including peptide therapies, can help support weight loss, accelerate injury recovery, boost libido, and promote muscle growth. Stop settling for feeling less than your best. Visit Game Day Men's Health today and start feeling like your best self again.
After your car accident, stop. Think. Don't say anything and don't sign anything for the Contra Us service. Call the Bob Brothers at $3.25 million.
For refreshingly good service, get coverage confidence with AAA Insurance.
Continue pouring in for the internet's favorite Piggy Hippo. Okay, viral internet sensation Louise Day recently celebrated her birthday in Ireland to mark her second birthday with a free-day celebration. That's the way to do it. The Hungry Hippo received a large cake, this one made out of fruits and veggies, including a topping made of carved melons and watermelons and cookies. In fact, you're going to mom to the cake, time down when you close your eyes, you just expect them. Fans enjoyed it and they got to her remarkable special day. She puts a gentle spirit here in this stressful and crazy world. So people really come here, adults and kids alike, because she's just this bundle of joy, really. And when you see her, she has this burst of energy. You know, it's really nice seeing her in person. It's really different. And then again, new day means that report in time. It was chosen by fans who took part in poll on social media. It matches the names of her other siblings. New Tune with course, and Mulan, which means sweetbriar. Sensing a theme here. The zoo runs breeder programs for many endangered species, including the pygmy hippopotamus, which is native to West Africa. The zoo brings so tiny, comparatively. Well, yeah, that's right. Since we've learned the name for pork. Ooh. Oh, no, I just think because it's like, you think the cow goes in after. And different language. That would be, yeah. In the house, they said the 756 says we got a very terrible life with a traffic and cycle this morning. Everything's looking good. If people are heading out the door, not going to do it. Please drive safe as you get your week started.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Jacoby & Myers Injury Lawyers, because you deserve justice.
Just like a sport. Our short pass, we take the lap. Take the out. Just go back.
People often ask me, what is a premise case or a slip and fall? The truth of the matter is, it doesn't always involve a banana peel. Whenever you visit another property and you're injured as a result of the owner's negligence, you have a right to a compensated treatment. You have a right to get the right medical care and make sure that if you have a loss of earnings or couldn't go to work, that your life is not changed as a result of their fault and their negligence. Welcome to the thing.
Every business needs to be compliant with state and federal labor law, and California safety regulations. HR Mobile Services is your local human resources partner, providing HR support, safety and health compliance, policies and procedures, and workers' compensation management. HR Mobile Services, helping to keep your business compliant. You're watching Fox 26, and now, great day.
And our politics yesterday is off today. Thank you so much for joining us. But you did warn I was going to do this week.
Yes, we won at the beach. I hope you said it was going to be gross.
I was not here for that, so I'm barely learning about this gross weather.
He didn't. He just said you're going to get a haircut. But it was Friday yesterday.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Good. I like that you're playing still for life. For others, it's probably gross. Sounds good. All right. Well, the grossness may continue today, as so to speak. I'm going to shout for that description of the weather. But right now, things are still okay. 79 degrees is the temperature right now. Wind speeds in the east southeast direction at 7 miles an hour. So there's a little bit of wind speed picking up to help prevent the gross weather. So we'll see it warm up there as the day goes on. 10 a.m. at 87 degrees, 93 at noontime, 5 p.m. 100 degrees. Plenty of sunshine for today. Wind speeds will be around 10 miles an hour there at 5 p.m. when the triple digits kick in. So a little bit of help there. But we're going to be focusing on some possible raininess throughout the state, which could make an impact in areas close to us. Let's know the next rain.
We are following a developing situation for you this morning out of Maine, where a person is dead after a shooting involving customs and Investigators have not released any details about the person who was killed or what led up to the shooting. The state's attorney general's office says it will be sharing that information when appropriate. This is something we've been following for these 6 o'clock hour Thursday. Yeah, and according to our sister station there in Maine, they're holding what they call an emergency robbery in about an hour. Last week, a federal immigration officer stopped before the Mexican immigrant during a traffic stop in Houston, Texas. And that reignited calls for accountability among ICE agents. Clearly, today's shooting will add to that call for accountability. We now have an update to a breaking news story that was first brought to you Saturday night on the Fox 26 News at 10. A driver is still recovering after being shot in what investigators believe was a case of road rage along Highway 180 between the two. Fox 26 reporter Alexis Silvera is joining us now outside the California Highway Patrol Fresno office with details on this. Alexis?
Yeah, so CHP tells us that this happened on Saturday night just before 10 near Highway 180 and McCall Avenue. CHP officers and Fresno County Sheriff's deputies responded and were told a silver Ford Mustang with 4 people inside and a dark blue Honda Accord were involved. CHP says on McCall Avenue, the Honda pulled up to the Mustang. Someone inside fired a single shot, hitting the Mustang driver before speeding away. The driver was taken to a local hospital. His condition has not been released. It's unclear how many people were in the Honda or who fired the shot. If you have any information about the shooting, you're asked to call CHP Detective Perez at 559-262-0400. We're now reporting live this morning in South Fresno. I'm Alexis Silvera, Fox 26 News.
Thanks so much, Alexis. Now, a robbery suspect in custody after leaving police in the South Valley on a chase overnight. This story was this morning by Celia Police was called for a robbery at Vinco, a West Colville near Denver. Police later spotted a car that matched the accused robber's vehicle in the area, tried to pull over the driver, but instead police say the driver sped away with the headlights on. So they called off the chase for safety reasons. Officers later identified the driver as 38-year-old Jerry Wiley. They found the car in Tulare because of the custody. Now, evacuations are still in effect in the Tahoe National Forest as a wildfire is burning, this time near the Nevada border. It's burning in an area known as Elephant Peak, hence the name Elephant Fire. This is about an hour north of Lake Tahoe, as you see on this map. It's already burned more than 6,400 acres, and it is only 5% contained. Evacuations were ordered for a small area near the fire zone. Still not clear just how this fire started. Firefighters are also battling a fire in Southern California. The Sun Fire began Friday in Los Angeles County, this one in the Antelope Valley. It has burned more than 2,600 acres and is 31% contained. 2 zones in this area are still under evacuation warnings. Cal Fire, the Angeles National Forest, and the Los Angeles and San Bernardino County Fire Departments are working together on this.
Time out, Dale Ford. Let's get up the satellite radar right now where we're seeing some lingering low pressure making its way through the state here, which is going to bring some lingering precipitation as well, which we'll show you right now. Because you may have seen it yesterday with those cloudy skies and some chance of sprinkles wherever you were in the valley there, but also felt very muggy as well. But things are still going to stay that way if there are some cloudy skies. This live radar right now showing that the chances are mainly over towards the Bay Area there along the coast there, so outside of Monterey County, the city of Monterey, in the Grove, Macon, Davis, San Jose, and the inland areas of the Bay Area. Across closer to home, really not much going, mainly some chances of sprinkles up in the foothills and the upper regions where we're going to be seeing most of that rain, which we show you right now on the Gas radar, where you see that chance of rain there across the coastal region, and also here we'll start to pick up there around noontime. It will progress as the day goes on at 5:30 p.m. there with a heavier chance there, but it's mainly in the upper elevations in the higher mountainous regions where they're going to be seeing this chance of rain. But it will start to linger a little more towards the border of California, Nevada, but then we'll back off a little bit there. But then another chance will start to kick in tomorrow around 12:30 p.m. This one is lighter rain, not as heavy as we are expecting later on today. But again, the pattern is going to be kind of an on-again, off-again situation where throughout the week as it continues, they'll start to lighten up piece by piece. This is on Wednesday at 4:03 p.m. where there are some chance of sprinkles. Now, kind of regressing from the past few few days there's also heavier chance of rain, and then it'll clear out, and then there's another chance of rain on Thursday, but it looks to mainly be in the southern part of the state here. You see it start to move its way in Southern California, mainly towards the neighboring states here, that little tri-area between California, Nevada, and Arizona. But we'll see if that does move closer to California, but it looks like as right now, it's going to back off and stay towards those other states as of right now. Now, the weather alert, because of the heat, is still lingering. It's going to cause an extreme heat watch, which has been extended up until Thursday at 8 p.m. So where they're battling their fires in Southern California, they're also going to have to deal with some extreme heat as well. That's also going to go all the way up into the coast as well. Morro Bay, Pittsburgh Beach, San Luis Obispo, those cities as well are dealing with this watch. And again, we'll track to see how long this will extend until Thursday, and maybe it'll end a little bit early. But as of right now, it looks like it'll stay throughout the week up until Thursday. Us here in the Valley, we're also going to triple digits. 101 today, 105 on Tuesday, 106 on Wednesday, 70s overnight, plenty of sunshine over the next couple of days, and also the wind speeds are going to be helping a little bit with this weather as well. 10 to 50 miles an hour for today, 10 to 20 miles an hour for Tuesday and Wednesday. No records being broken with this heat, but still going to be normal. It's going to stay cool as these days progress and the heat starts to improve, I should say, as well. But coming up, we'll look at your valleys, highs, and lows and see how everyone else is warming up for today.
An 18-year-old was on the road to recovery after an emergency during basketball practice led to a shocking diagnosis. Max family says quick action by Fresno City College coaching staff helped to save his life, and now the family urging others to never ignore chest pain. There was frequency symptoms for 18-year-old Jackson Scarborough last Monday at basketball practice. It wasn't until he began experiencing sudden chest pain. Training staff made the decision to call an ambulance. And at the hospital, doctors delivered shocking news to the family. He had an aortic dissection, which happens when a tear forms in the inner layer of the aorta, which is the body's main artery. As blood forces its way through the tear, the condition can quickly become fatal if not treated immediately. Less than 30 minutes after his first symptoms, surgeons told him he needed emergency open heart surgery.
If you have chest pain, it's an emergency, and you need to get to the hospital. You know, that's it. I wouldn't react the way this coaching staff reacted. It's a big deal.
Jackson had a 9-hour surgery. Mom Joanna said doctors told her the condition has about a 10% survival rate. As you can see, their gifts, well wishes, posters, they now fill Jackson's hospital room. Around plenty of chairs there. And while recovery is far from over, his family says that he is making steady progress. With high hospital bills, the family created a GoFundMe. We have a link to that on our website, KOVH.com. And we're now learning South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham likely died of a tear in his aorta. According to Washington, D.C. medical examiner, a statement from Graham's office says the examiner found the tear because of Graham's cardiovascular disease. Graham's office initially said he died Saturday night of a brief and sudden illness. The four-term senator just turned 71 last week. And new this hour, President Trump says that he has recommended Graham's sister Darlene Graham-Nordum to temporarily fill his U.S. jet. And it's supposed to pre-serve for the president wrote that South Carolina Governor Henry Cusick should appoint her to serve out the remainder of Graham's term, which ends in January. After their parents died when they were both young, Graham helped raise his sister and later adopted her. In fact, his parents died within 15 months of each other. A special election is scheduled for next month to choose a Republican nominee for the Senate seat, with several high-profile South Carolina Republicans already considering a run. A new level of escalation with the war in Iran. And Christine Brazil with the latest that in the story you would never imagine can go on this long.
Congratulations to the Fox 26's team for winning a regional Edward R. Murrow Award, showcasing the future of fair play in the feature reporting category. California College, every drive is a chance to discover a big summer adventure. The 21 hybrid and electrified Toyota Honda, there's a ride made for you. Get low APR on all EVs, like 1.99% on the all-new CHR, or get 0% plus cash back on the BZ with incredible range and powerful PC living. plug-in hybrids and all-electric EVs. So yeah, let's go places.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, it's been one of the hardest things to do. Let us help you through it.
I call it Law Brothers.
I call the Law Brothers.
I called the Law Brothers after my accident. Like, everything is really amazing.
I felt like I didn't have to do anything.
They handled it all. The Law Brothers got me 4 to 5 times in Angela and spent somebody about me.
I was not happy with myself. It was more than I thought it was going to be.
I recommend anybody that's been in an accident to call the Law Brothers.
1-800.
Thanks to you, the Lost River is back. Are you wild enough for this? Explore tickets and passes at wildwaters.net.
Step back in time and climb aboard the Yosemite Mountain Sugar Pine Railroad. This family-friendly adventure brings sisters alike with scenic train rides through the Sierra National Forest. With powered times that mountain air set the stage. Feel the power of historic locomotives that once held massive logs through these mountains. And imagine the lumberjacks who shaped the land. Beyond the ride, enjoy gold banding, a logging museum, tasty food, and a stop at the Kids Depot toy store. The Yosemite Mountain Sugar Pine Railroad, where history, nature, and family fun come together.
Time now is 8:12. Let's look at the highs and lows for the valley. And start off with a couple of the big cities here to see how they're taking up. Well, a lot cooler than the Valley. 69 degrees in San Francisco, 84 degrees in Southern California and Los Angeles. Fresno dealing with that 101. 77 overnight for Fresno. That's about 56 for San Francisco, 67 for Los Angeles. So let's look at the North Valley to see how the triple digits are shaping up here. Let's talk about the foothills there. Mariposa at 94, Oak at 92. We got some relief for a couple cities here. 99 for Madera, also for Kermit as well. Not getting to those triple digits just yet. But we got Fireball at 101. We got a couple of hundreds from Merced and Los Banos. Behind me at Silver Lake, 78 degrees there. Cool spot for if you want to get out of the heat for today. Moving into the central part of the valley, start off in the Oakland Valley. Good morning, Oakland Valley. You'll be at 95 for today. Woodland, you'll be at 98 degrees. We got a couple of 99 for Orosi and Greeley. Some 100 for Sanger, Clovis, Summer, and Kingswood for today. And moving into the South Valley, starting off in Porterville, you'll be at 98 degrees today. Good morning, Porterville, by the way. Got some 99 for Tulare and Visalia. Also a 99 in Corcoran, down in Delano. You'll be at 97 for today. But the rest of the cities here, Hanford, Coalinga, and Navajo will all be at 100 degrees on the dot for your Monday. Overnight lows are going to be a mix of low 70s to mid 70s. Start off your week. Coming up, we'll also get a look at the air quality under report to see if there are any changes on this front to get your week started.
That was 8:14. The U.S. has launched more strikes on Iran overnight after it continues to put attack in the state of Hormuz. Battles over control of the strait are threatening to launch the entire region into a deeper, more divisive war, as national correspondent Christine Frizell reports.
All signs are now pointing to an on-again, off-again war. It is very much on-again. U.S. Central Command for most states said Iran revolutionary guard of commercial shipping on transit the Strait of Hormuz. The battle over control of the strait has been central to negotiations in recent weeks, with Iran insisting it's in control of the vital waterway. President Trump insists it is not.
Open, they agreed to a deal yesterday. It's a perfect deal for us. No nuclear, no this, no that, no nothing. They give up everything. And then after that, they left the room. And then within an hour, they launched a drone and a ship. I said, you people are sick. You're sick people.
Iranian state media releasing this video claiming drone strikes on U.S. military installations in Bahrain and Kuwait in response to U.S. attacks. The Iran Mohammed Taliban warning online the era of one-sided deals is over. We told you keep your word or pay the price. Reality is not. On Sunday alone, U.S. Central Command says it hit more than 140 Iranian targets following a barrage of attacks Saturday.
Obviously, the memorandum of understanding with Iran was always performance-based, and one of the conditions was that Iran not Brussels and England straight.
The war is raging on for more than 4 months, with long pauses, but no end in sight. Some on Capitol Hill criticizing President Trump for misjudging Iran's unwillingness to heed to U.S. demands.
My concern is that on the backside of this war, Iran is going to be more motivated than they were a year ago to actually produce a weapon that they know will forever take off the table an attack on their country.
Over the weekend, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said just about every problem in the Middle East, from Hezbollah to Hamas to the Houthis, ties back to Iran. He called it a destabilizing, dangerous force that had to be dealt with. I'm Christine Fresano reporting. Meantime, the president is sending Iran a swift warning. In a post to Truth Social, he wrote the U.S. military is ready to strike Iran should leaders try to assassinate him. He added that orders have already been given, and the U.S. military is, quote, ready, willing, and able for a 1-year period of time subject to extension to completely decimate and destroy all areas of Iran. During the funeral, the late Supreme Leader, many Iranians could be seen calling for revenge against President Trump and his very Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for launching the February strike that killed Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The president's post follows reports of sources from Israel shared information with the U.S. showing Iran was working on a new and specific plan to assassinate the president. But the details of the alleged plot are not clear. Some American officials have suggested the Israeli report could be an effort to sway President Trump's decision-making over whether to intensify military action against Iran. And this morning, the president talking about another blockade that the U.S. is getting ready to impose, renewing its blockade on Iranian shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. First responders in San Francisco now sounding the alarm about autonomous vehicles waiting, getting in the way of their ability to respond to emergencies. The San Francisco Fire Department said they have 31 internal documents about these situations over the years. One happened in 2023, when a fire truck and a driverless vehicle crashed, sending the person to the hospital. Then, on 4th of July, multiple Waymos needed to be towed after they ran out of battery power. First responders say they are worried they may not be able to get to people who need help.
People need us in the most critical time of need. So anytime we are blocked by any autonomous vehicle, that matters. There have been reported instances where our fire engines are nose-to-nose with the Waymo, and what happens is the Waymo realizes that our license sirens are on, but stops.
Firefighters say they have reported that Waymos are blocking them by scanning their QR code. City leaders say they want the companies to pay some type of fine if the vehicle blocks an emergency response. A U.S. citizen has now tested positive for Ebola. They're working for a humanitarian organization in Congo. The CDC said it is working with the person's employer as well as health authorities to prevent further transmission. This Ebola outbreak is considered the fastest growing on record, with more than 1,800 confirmed cases in Congo and around 650 deaths. Cases have also been confirmed in neighboring Uganda. Initially, the Trump administration said the U.S. will send exposed Americans to a new facility in Kenya instead of flying them home. But the project was suspended due to backlash from people in Kenya over fears of exposure to Ebola. Millions of people living with HIV around the world could soon face uncertainty as more than 120 U.S.-funded HIV/AIDS programs are expected to expire at the end of September. Analysts say these programs, which are administered by the CDC, serve almost 9 million patients worldwide, many in Africa. But it's unclear just how services will continue after October 1st. It comes as the Trump administration shifts more oversight of the president's emergency plan for AIDS relief from the CDC to the State Department. Critics warn this transition could disrupt care. The State Department says the changes will strengthen the program and maintain its life-saving mission. The Environmental Protection Agency is approving 3 new PFAS pesticides for use on U.S. crops. The chemicals are part of a group known as forever chemicals. These can stay in the environment for years. The EPA says many chemicals are linked to health risks, including cancer, fertility problems, and immune system damage. The Trump administration says it is following the science and evaluating real-world exposure risks. The EPA's expanded use of forever chemicals comes after the Supreme Court limited people's right to sue pesticide companies. The death of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham has set into motion a high takes process to fill his seat. We talked about that a little bit, but coming up, we'll talk even more about which House lawmaker is staying out of the race to replace him and what she says control of Congress could hang in the balance. Let's take a ride down to Lake Korea State. To be fair, it is 8:21 and 78 degrees at the lake right now. Remember, download the Fox 26 app and your app store to get breaking news from your phone throughout the day.
Congratulations to the Fox 26 NSA for winning the regional Edward R. Murrow Award, showcasing the future of fair play in the feature reporting category.
For whatever life throws at you, get coverage confidence with AAA Insurance.
When it comes to winning experience, no one else can say they are Curtis Legal Group. For over 70 years, we've been known to Central Valley for winning. We are the Curtis Legal Group. We are your high-end heavy hitters. Where'd you got water from? We got you covered.
Request your free in-home water test today.
Everyone loves dogs. I love dogs. And I love dogs. But the truth is that dogs should not injure human experience. If you're ever injured as a result of a dog's bite or scratch or being pushed to the ground and got injured, you have rights. You have the right to get compensated for your with the right medical help. Remember, call our office for a free consultation so we can make sure your rights are protected.
For refreshingly good service, get coverage confidence with AAA Insurance.
Already know on Fox 26. 12 celebrities get schooled.
Spell guaranteed. G-A-R-E-D.
Wednesday at dawn on Fox 26.
All right, right now at 8:23, let's get a look at your air quality hazard report. Starting off with the air quality, see how things are looking to get the week going in. Some good news if you're in the Merced, Madera, and here. All good for today to get your week started. Fresno and Tulare still in the moderate range, but it is just Point National Park. It has dropped into the moderate range when it hit last week, and that moderate. So some good news in that front. How's your report? Some unfortunate news that the Desert Data has gotten up into the high range. Bold is still low, pollen is still in the moderate range. Top allergens are still peanut butter critic and glasses for today. And as far as the illness outlook, some more bad news. If you have asthma or deal with sinus pressure, those are in the high range. Migraine, arthritis, common cold, those are low. So this right here is all this for informational purposes only. Always consult with physicians for more. Coming up, we're going to get the weekend getaway in a typically slightly not cooler than what we'll be dealing with here in the valley. If you like this one.
Live look at the White House right now where the flag is flying at half-staff in honor of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. President Trump tells CNN he talked with Graham on the phone Saturday night, noting that the senator sounded tired.
Devastating. I said he was fine. He told me last night he just got back from Ukraine. And he was telling me about the trip. He was pushing very, very hard. You probably know he wanted to do the Save America Act. So he was talking about that. He was full of vim and vigor. He was tired. He said, I'm tired because it's a long trip. But other than that, he was fine.
The comments come after the president posted about Graham's death on his social, calling him one of the greatest people and senators he's ever met. The post says, quote, he was always working and was a true American patriot. Lindsey will be greatly missed. Well, Senator Graham is running for his fifth term in the Senate, and here's what will happen with that seat now. Today, South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster is expected to appoint someone to fill the seat for the rest of his term. As we reported earlier this hour, President Trump is recommending Graham's sister for the role. Now, whoever does fill the role will serve until January 3rd. Graham already won the Republican nomination in the state's primary. Under South Carolina law, the state will hold a special election for voters to choose a Republican nominee to replace Graham. That election will likely happen on August 11th, and then the November 3rd general election will proceed just like normal, unless state officials decide to change the procedure. South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace says she is not interested in being appointed to fill the seat right now.
Yeah, we can't afford to lose any votes in the House right now. And so I am not. There are media reports that I'm pursuing an appointment, and I'm not for that interim role. I think that we can keep every Republican in the House right now. That's best because none of us will have a lot of time. And I know that there are already names being thrown out there right now, and the president's, I'm sure, getting a lot of phone calls. But South Carolina said that certainly in the next couple of days and weeks need to be on Senator Graham and honoring his legacy.
The House Republicans hold a 218 to 212 majority over Democrats, giving the GOP a buffer of just a few seats to pass legislation along party lines. In the Senate, Graham's death reduces the Republican majority to 52-47. Now, as Republicans are dealing with the aftermath of this sudden death, Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell is giving an update on his multi-week hospitalization. The 84-year-old released this photo yesterday with his wife, Elaine Trapp. In a statement, he said he fell on June 14th that left him unconscious and then caught pneumonia. He said his doctor confirmed he did not have a heart attack, he did not have a stroke, or any other serious ailment. He says he is continuing to work, but he's been advised to not come back to the Senate floor just yet. Instead, going to a rehabilitation center. McConnell plans to retire at the end of his current term after serving 42 years in Congress. A San Joaquin Valley Water District is now laying out a plan to shield its infrastructure from golden mussels. How the plan works and why some are skeptical that it could stop the spread in the water.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Closets by Design. Imagine your home totally organized by Closets by Design.
This season, Star will be born. Every new moon starts something. One day, they're coming. Star was called up to the big stage, and the Precision Garage Door Service is here to help. Doors, motors, new springs, all are put online today. Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
The Law Brothers, you feel like they did everything they could to make sure that I felt comfortable. There's a time to bring some jewelry cake.
This is honest, though.
You can just tell me they is love. I love the Law Brothers.
The Law Brothers.
I love the Law Brothers.
We're the Law Brothers! Call 1-800-222-2222.
Looking to sell your house fast without dealing with a realtor? Real Spice Houses will buy your house as easy as 1, 2, 3. Real Spice Houses connects home sellers to a nationwide network of reputable home buyers who close quickly and pay cash. No real estate agents, no commissions or fees, no inspections, no appraisals, no repairs, and no cleaning. Selling your house is a dream on your time and your pocketbook. Between expensive home repairs, dealing with real estate agents, and conditions in a volatile market, it can take forever and cost a lot of money. But Real Spice Houses will make you an offer, get you paid, and let you move on. Easy as 1, 2, 3. There are no formal appraisals, no open houses or showings, no closing costs, and no long wait to find a buyer. We'll even take care of the cleanup. If you're looking to sell your house and want to sell it for cash, fast, call Liz Spice Houses at the number on your screen and get started now.
People would find out 1693.
Connect to Congress. Wednesday mornings at 7 on Fox 26 Great Day.
Welcome back. Time is now 8:30. We have a breakthrough in charity in the fight against the state golden mussel invasion. A water district here in the San Joaquin Valley says that it has found a successful treatment of golden mussel trees pipelines to store farmers were interested. The Arden Everton Water Source District recently counted until Fox 26 that it was facing a problem with no clear answer, so it decided to test a treatment. In this case, the decision help protect its water system from golden mussels. Officials say the copper-based treatments are not new, but the approach using Matrix CA successfully killed the mussels they found in the areas they treated.
All of those are good with dead mussels. We also performed the same thing upstream of the treatment, and all those mussels were alive. So from that perspective, it was 100% mortality from everything that we can see. But obviously, I can't say 100% mortality throughout the entire district because they're there that we can't see.
This puts the district among the first in North America to launch a large-scale treatment program targeting golden mussels. But this, by the way, is not a one-time fix. With golden mussels continuing to enter through the California aqueduct, Blue says the district expects to need 2 to 3 treatments each year to keep new growth under control. The first 30-day treatment costs about $3 million. Next round is expected to cost about $1.3 million. The growth of fighter jets is familiar with some of the more, and our local leaders are pushing for even more aircraft to be based at Naval Air Station Lemoore, which is the Navy's largest master jet base. The F-35C Lightning II can reach speeds of up to 1,200 miles per hour and carry more than 18,000 pounds in a world enemy detection using radar evading technology. In a letter to the acting Secretary of the Navy, Congressman Vince Vaughn, David Valadao, and Jim Comstock are asking the Secretary to consider basing 7 more F-35Cs at NAS Lemoore, noting that with nearly 20,000 acres, the air station has room to grow and is well positioned to support the mission.
We will take as many jets as they can get them. Mexico's really baseball right now, and our own section has a dad that's an F-35 pilot. So this community loves the air base. We work well together, the city and the air base together.
The letter requesting the jets comes with support from almost 30 local governments and community groups. It also highlights the federal government's recent investments in the air station as evidence of its readiness to support the F-35C mission. Includes over $55 million appropriated for the Strike Fighter Center of Excellence and $70 million to design a new F-35 maintenance hangar. NAS Lemoore opened in 1961. In 2019, it generated $947 million for Kings County, providing almost 8,500 jobs. And to those serving, we say thank you for your service. And to their families, we thank them for their sacrifice. Time is 8:33. Let's take a look at now at the billboard, which shows that the Dow is down 117 points, trading at 52,500. Oil prices are climbing once again. The U.S. launched those new strikes on Iran overnight, and we've got reports of another blockade. Tehran responded with its own attacks against Gulf countries that house its military facilities. The international benchmark Brent crude went up almost 4% to $79 a barrel. U.S. crude also jumped more than 3% to $74 a barrel. And this means gas prices could also climb. AAA reports the national average is $3.87 a gallon, up 30% since the U.S. and Israel first attacked Iran in February. But it is significantly down from the high of $4.56 on Memorial Day. Of course, here in California, we pay more. $5.39 is the average statewide. Fresno County drivers can expect to pay $5.29 a gallon, and in Tulare County, $5.7. Madera County, $5.45 because of those additional taxes and other fees. A new report suggests global oil demand is set to hit the first annual drop since 2020. The International Energy Agency's latest report finds demand is set to drop by 1 million barrels a day this year compared to last year. But the forecast rests on the assumption of a ceasefire and the Strait of Hormuz gradually opening. The Iran war is disrupting production and exports in the Middle East. Researchers say a recovery is happening. A continued escalation of the conflict could make it harder to predict the oil demand outlook. A sweeping housing affordability bill is now law without the president's signature or a presidential veto. The new law includes more than 45 provisions, many of which are aimed at boosting affordable housing by removing regulatory barriers and streamlining environmental reviews. President Trump refused to sign the measure in protest over Congress's refusal to pass a voter ID registration bill, also called a Save a Man. Under the Constitution, a bill that passes both houses of Congress automatically becomes law if the president does not sign or veto it within 10 days, excluding Sundays. Meta is now suspending that new artificial intelligence feature that we warned about last week on Great Day. The team wanted users to create AI photos just like they would normally post selfies or pictures. The controversial part is that it also allows people to pull images from public Instagram accounts and tell the chatbot to create AI photos. It faced widespread backlash from labor unions and Hollywood talent agencies. It's called a new feature a violation of privacy and likeness rights. Meta says it heard the feedback and removed it. Meta is also getting blasted in Europe for its negative effect on mental health. The European Union describes Instagram and Facebook as addictive. The preliminary findings suggest Meta breached the Digital Services Act, which is a law requiring the world's largest online platforms to assess and mitigate risk. If the findings are confirmed, Meta could face a fine of 6% of its global revenue for each platform. Meta disagrees with findings. It is facing a number of legal challenges in the U.S. as well. Some of those cases will be going to trial next week. 4 states are seeking $1.5 trillion in penalties over accusations that the company designed Facebook and Instagram to addict young users. The death of South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham sending shockwaves to both chambers of Congress. We're sitting down with Dr. Nathan Monroe from UC New York for his insight on how this could reshape U.S. foreign policy. Time is at 8:37.
Sports Manager Ron Ford and Dave Camarena, only on Fox 26 News at 10.
I got hurt in a car accident and some pushy hands. That's me to sign some papers. So I said, stop. I called the law brothers. Your mom said, stop.
Don't say anything and don't sign anything until you talk to us first.
I didn't sign anything from the insurance company. I called the law brothers, and they got me $1.25 million.
We're the Law Brothers.
Experience Yosemite the best way with Discover Yosemite. Travel in comfort and ease aboard modern, air-conditioned vehicles as expert guides lead you through one of the most breathtaking landscapes on Earth. When you book with Discover Yosemite, you're all set. No parking stress, no guesswork, no fighting the crowds. Just a seamless, relaxed adventure. Enjoy Yosemite alongside a small group, taking in iconic sights and learn interesting facts while we handle everything else. Book your trip today at discoveryosemite.com.
Come to Yosemite Falls Cafe, your go-to family-style restaurant for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. From tender steaks to fresh seafood to burgers and authentic Mexican dishes, there's something on the menu for everyone. We're more than just a cafe. We're the perfect spot for a night out with friends and family. Be sure to stop by the bar for happy hour and enjoy your favorite cocktails and ice cold food. Bring your family and your appetite to Yosemite Falls Cafe, proudly serving great food at 2 convenient locations. Yosemite Falls Cafe.
My parents were really focused on education growing up. My dad said that being a doctor was one of the nobler things that you can do. The thing that excited him the most was that it was heart surgery.
Today we're giving an elevator removal.
I know that if I can get the problem, I can improve the quality of life of that person. I can get them back to doing what they want to do. It's amazing. Really love taking care of patients. And that's what this is all about.
For local coverage, weather, investigations, and breaking news, stay connected and informed daily. Go to KMPH.com today.
The KMPH Fox 26, 26 Days of Summer, is sponsored by Les Schwab.
This summer, Fox 26 is turning up the heat with the 26 Days of Summer. For 26 days, we're giving viewers a shot at a daily summer prize. Today's giveaway, a family pass to Yosemite Mountain High Railroad. So that means it's good for 2 adults and 2 children. You want to enter? Pretty easy. Head to KMPH.com and click the contest tab. Enter for your chance to win. You can also use QR code you see on your screen. One entry gets you in for all 26 days. You don't need to re-entry because each entry carries over to the next and the next. Plus, one lucky viewer will be drawn to the grand prize at the end of it all. Don't miss your chance to make this summer bigger, brighter, and a whole lot more fun. Over to KMPH.com and keep watching for the next prize in our 26 days of summer.
Time now is 8:40, and let's take a live look now at Morro Bay. Just some calm waters, calm boats, calm scene. A little overcast there with cloudy skies, but nothing too bad. Probably a lot cooler than how it is in Fresno and the valley right now. And if you don't have a place to go and you want to get a good view of the rock, then maybe Morro Bay is the place to go this weekend. Temperatures are also going to be fantastic. 73 on Friday, 74 on Saturday, 75 on Sunday. You got cloudy skies, wind speed between 10 to 15 miles an hour, 50s overnight all weekend long. Not a bad way to go and rest and relax. So you don't have any plans, maybe not thinking of where to go just yet, or basically the place for you to make your travel safe. Have a great time. Coming up, we're going to look at the 10-day forecast. So we can talk about those typical visits for here in the valley. We're going to let you know how long those typical visits will last.
It's now 8:41 at the live desk, continuing our coverage of the death of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. As we've been reporting, a D.C. medical examiner listed cause of death as an aortic dissection due to cardiovascular disease. Now, the aorta is the body's main artery. The dissection is when it tears. When that happens, blood can push between layers of the artery wall, causing those layers to separate, as you can see here. Now, it can quickly become life-threatening. Now, the second part of the cause of death refers to long-term disease or hardening of the artery, often involving plaque buildup, as you can see here. In plain language, doctors are saying a major artery tear and chronic artery disease was the underlying condition that contributed to it. Now, this is not the same as a heart attack. A heart attack usually happens when blood flow through the coronary arteries. Arteries feeding the heart muscle is severely reduced or blocked. And that aortic dissection is different. The emergency is in the aorta itself, not primarily in the heart muscle. Now, the confusion is that both can cause sudden chest pain and both require immediate medical care. At the live desk, I'm Christina Rodriguez. I'm now to dive into the current political landscape and unpack the key headlines, putting politics into perspective. We do this every week. Political science professor at UC Merced, Dr. Jason Monroe. Dr. Monroe, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We do need to start by talking about Senator Lindsey Lindsey Graham, one of the last major Republican voices of the McCain foreign policy tradition. Pro-military, pro-Ukraine, pro-Israel, hawkish on Iran. So with this passing, is that wing of the Republican Party now gone? Does it still
Well, I think that last part of the question is the key here. It's not gone in the sense that there are still voices across the House and Senate where, some positions similar to Senator Graham's hawkishness and sort of traditional, some of that traditional hawkish Republican attitude is still there. The key difference, though, is that, when a senator rises that far in the seniority, their influence in the institution is important, right? It's not just that they're a senior voice. It's that they can, through their committee chairmanships and other leadership roles, their ability to shape school policy, co-opt, or advance legislation is substantial. And replacing that person with the next person up that might have that attitude, well, that's somebody that might be much more junior. And their role in the institution just simply isn't as powerful. It's not just about voices, it's about institutions.
And maybe the woman who was just seen in that video, the president is suggesting that his sister be the one called upon to fill the spot. We will watch to see if that does happen. But as we were talking about, one of the things that Lindsey Graham was really concerned about, clearly, and working on was Iran. President Trump posted through social threatening overwhelming retaliation if Iran acts on assassination threats against it. Is that effective deterrence, or do you think that's really escalating and turning up the heat?
I think the problem that you have with, President Trump has, this is a strategy, right? He's very aggressive. He obviously says things that seem at times to people extreme, and it seem like they're always pushing the boundary on all fronts. And that obviously has some strategic advantages. But a disadvantage, I think, is that we want to exercise real deterrence, right? Meaning, we're trying to be credible and say this threat, this thing that will happen to you is bad, and it's certain, right? That is what deterrence is.
And so the problem when you sort of it's the prize war situation, right? I don't know that there's an easy way for President Trump at this point to be credible because he's so sort of aggressive. His language is so falls in that tone so much.
Okay. Recently, this last couple of weeks, Supreme Court announced that some rules could be shaping the future of the elections, something the president was pleased to hear. The High Court changed campaign finance rules, basically allowing more coordinated party spending. Do you think that we're going to be coming upon now national parties really having more control, even over local races?
Yeah, I think we've had national parties have been in control since before the reform acts that happened in the early 2000s. They just have done it in a different way. Soft numbers to the way they got rid of that. So parties simply started to ramp up coordinating individual donations and moving them around the country from wealthy donors. And this just moves us back into an era in which it's somewhat more transparent, right? Because the parties will coordinate and be more public about the way they're spending in local congressional races. I don't think it's going to change at all in the sense that, it didn't affect how effective or how much the parties are in control of local or congressional elections. I just think it's a different format to do.
Okay, and staying on elections, but I only have about 30 seconds left. Do you think that it's cheating, as the president has said, when ballots get in after Election Day and they are counted even though they were post-March election day?
Yeah, cheating is always a function of the rules out there. And so it would be cheating if we said nothing counts and then it comes in, they count it afterwards. Of course, it's, everybody played Candyland knows how you cheat it, by ignoring the rules. But the truth is, if the rules establish that ballot, then it's within the rules. It's not cheating, at least by the definition of that.
And the court preserved the mail ballots to be arrived after Election Day, even though the president is not pleased with that so far. Nathan Monroe, thank you very much for joining us. Dr. Monroe, appreciate your time.
Nathan's just fine. Thanks for having me.
Great day with you.
Congratulations to the Fox 26 MC for winning a regional Edward R. Murray Award, showcasing the future of fair play in the feature reporting category. California's calling, and every drive is a chance to discover a new summer adventure. With 21 hybrid and electrified Toyota models, there's a ride made for you. Get low APR on LEDs like 1.99% on the all-new Stage or get 0% plus cashback on the easy credit rate. Powerful, easy flip. Go farther and spend less with Toyota's hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and all-electric EVs. Oh yeah, let's go places. Get ready to get wet and go wild this summer at Northern California's largest water park. Stay late Saturday night for the spectacular fireworks on the lake. Visit wildwater.net. Tickets are
Have you been injured in an accident and feel like the case might be worth more than your control?
Here in California, you always have the right to a second opinion.
Get one from an experienced law firm that other attorneys hire when they need a trial team with decades of experience, winning millions of dollars, helping people just like you. Just like you. Just like you. Call us and find out what your case is really worth at no cost to you. D&D Injury Law Group. On your side when
Take your space back with Daryl's Home Storage and get it for 6 months free with 70 locations right now at Daryl's.com.
There are trucks, and then there's peace here with employee pricing for everyone, with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, leading where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Celebrate Independence Day with employee pricing for everyone in all GMC Sierra 1500 models. With 0% APR, that's over $13,000 total value on the Sierra 1500 Denali.
The 10-day forecast is sponsored by Chuck Chanzy Gold Resort and Casino.
All right, time now is 8:50, and this is how things are looking over the next 10 days. We are dealing with triple digits this entire Sunday forecast. 101 for today, but things take that to fluctuate between 105 and 106, mainly 105, but we will cool off just maybe by a few degrees there on next Tuesday at 100 degrees. 101 next Wednesday, and overnight lows will mainly in the 70s with 160 there on Saturday, but mostly clear to clear skies over the next 10 days as well. In the meantime, you can stay up to date with all the latest weather information with the Fox 26 forecast app on the App Store and Google Play.
Disney's live-action version of Moana took the top spot for domestic box office in its weekend debut. This one earned $43 million in domestic ticket sales, $52 million internationally. Yeah, the film topped the box office even though it underperformed compared to Disney's previous live-action movies. Minnie and Monsters, yep, still in there, placed second, bringing in $20.5 million. And Toy Story 5 rounds up the top three, just behind with $18.5 million. More than 20 years after the original group debuted, a new generation of Cheetah Sisters taking over Disney Plus and Disney Channel. Disney announced the fourth installment of the Cheetah Girls franchise titled Cheetah Girls Next Step. It will be played by Leah Thomas Jeffries, Carmen Sanchez, Haley Chang, and Sophie Lennon. Sanchez made us familiar with kids watch Disney Channel. She was in Electric Blue. The original Cheetah Girls now in their 40s will also returning to reprise their roles for the new film. The 2003 film led Disney to develop the group as recording artists. There were also sequels in 2006 and 2008. Filming is expected to start later this month in South Africa. Two best friends of the Big Apple are turning playtime into a world record achievement. Why they made it a mission to visit as many playgrounds as they could in a single day. And we always want you to be part of Great Day, so submit those birthday photos online for a chance to be featured right here on the show. All photos must be submitted on our website, BeTimer. So head over to cancooks.com/timer on your computer, your cell phone, or tablet to get started. Submit those birthdays at least 3 weeks in advance and include the person's name, birthday, and age. We'll share and celebrate birthdays each week on Friday morning, and we can't wait to wish you all a happy birthday.
Go inside the biggest tournament on earth with Legends and Lakers. This isn't the case. Unfiltered soccer presented by Volkswagen.
Skip the stress of selling your home with Home Health Insurance. The proven choice for over 15 years. We offer a true as-is solution and we make it simple. Leave what you don't want and let our team handle the rest.
For whatever life throws at you, get coverage confidence with AAA Insurance.
When something's wrong, turn to Family First. In our family, we hear each other. We empathize. We help. And that's how people feel when they call the line. When you call us after an accident, that's what you're going to get. You're still going to get powerful, hard-fighting, hard-negotiating legal team. But it starts with truly hearing and truly caring. We want to help. Call us and tell us what you can do. If you've been hurt, call. We're the ones.
We are deeply honored to share the upcoming funeral details for people who made up the fabric of our incredible community. Thank you for celebrating their lives with us.
All these people are looking for love. Where will you exit the main? Emily got it wrong. It's one of my favorite novels. This book is just silly. Double-digit elimination. The favorite.
Tonight it is on Fox 26.
Two 8-year-olds in New York City are trying to set a new world record for visiting, this is really cool, the most playgrounds in a single day. Wilder and Hannah are the best of friends. They've known each other since kindergarten, and now they're taking on a new adventure together, visiting over 40 playgrounds in one day.
They were inspired by an online challenge where 3 children visited 26 playgrounds in one day. This was in Australia in 2019. The two families even made an online tracker of their progress. She said, I think we could beat the record. We're so lucky to live in New York City. A lot of people don't realize that there are so many playgrounds here and community spaces where people can be together outside.
It was also one last hurrah before Wilder's family moved out of the U.S. But they're still waiting to hear from Guinness Book of World Records. They did hear from City Parks Commissioner, though, who congratulated them for visiting 41 playgrounds.
I don't know how they even came up with this word. What was it for you? They think somebody else had done a challenge. But like, where did they see that? That's the question.
Were they just looking up Guinness World Records? Were they reading a book that talked about it?
A record that doesn't feel like a record, maybe?
Yeah.
But my thing is, okay, isn't that many? How long do they have to stay at each playground to make it really count?
Okay.
And two, how happy were the parents who they finally passed out after going to all those playgrounds in one day? Unless they're like some kids that just don't get tired.
Seems like they got a lot of money.
Parents probably have like an energy drink or two. Time is now 8:57. Before we go to break, here is a look at Millerton Lake brought to you by the Sky Fox 26 Drone Camp on this Monday morning here on Fox.
Congratulations to the Fox 26 Institute for winning a regional Edward R. Murrow Award, showcasing the future of fair play in the feature reporting category.
For Western Life Program, get coverage confidence with AAA Insurance.
Come to Yosemite Falls Cafe, your go-to family-style restaurant for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. From tender steaks and fresh seafood to burgers and authentic Mexican dishes, there's something on the menu for everyone. We're more than just a cafe. We're the perfect spot for a night out with friends and family. Be sure to stop by the bar for happy hour and enjoy your favorite cocktails and ice cold beer. Bring your family and your appetite to Yosemite Falls Cafe, proudly serving great food at 2 convenient locations. Yosemite Falls Cafe.
I was surprised that I was actually talking to Andy. He's the head of it. We're local. We live here and we work here. It just put me at ease. It was awesome. I referred him to anybody who ever answered.
If you get seriously injured, you'll want the heavy hitters on your side. We take your stress away. The heavy hitter will be ready to go.
For refreshing and good service, get coverage confidence with AAA Insurance.
Game changer, Round Wood, and Beef Camarena, only on Fox 26 News at 10. You're watching Fox 26, the only live local news network on right now. Welcome to Breakdown.
Good Monday morning. I'm Tim Stevens. I'm Liz Gonzalez.
And I'm politics. Justin Wilson is off today. Thank you so much for joining us. And this is weird doing this thing, being at the live desk.
Okay, well, you just walk across the set.
Pretty good.
Oh, you got to be called into the people number with it. The utility player right there.
Okay, that's a good thing to do where you can be playing and playing you.
So we can ask us for walk-up music. We're good.
No, I will not provide walkout music anytime I
Oh, we will with walk-up. Right. The theme took you off the part.
Okay. If you know, you know the story behind that little bit there.
But let's get to the heat.
Yeah, let's get to the heat. I'm trying to find a nice little segue there. I don't know how Justin does this. That was a Justin to find a good segue. So, it's going to be at 81 degrees an hour. Now, it's on the second ahead. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate it. East-southeast direction of the wind there at 8 miles an hour, viewpoint at 57 degrees. Your wind's going to look like this. 87 degrees at 10 a.m., 93 at noontime, 100 degrees at 5 p.m. But you will have some wind to kind of help alleviate from that heat temperature. Plenty of sunshine. What we won't see is some rain that could be happening up in some higher elevations. I'll let you know about this back and forth weather system we're seeing in just a few moments.
Making headlines this morning, a person is now dead in an ice-involved shooting in Maine. At this time, details, though, are still slim. Local reporters say a small group of protesters are gathering at the scene. Our sister station says that Project Relief, a racial justice and immigrant rights advocacy group, said one of their community members was killed. In a statement from the group obtained by our sister station there in Maine, it says, "We are in contact with the family and are committed to supporting them during this unimaginable time. This was a young person whose life was cut short, and our community must come together to stand with their loved ones and ensure they are not alone. They must get justice." The Maine Attorney General's office says information can be shared, will be shared when the timing is appropriate. This incident comes less than a week after Lorenzo Salgado Araujo was shot and killed by ICE agents in Houston, Texas. Austin community members gathered over the weekend on him. He had a shot and immediately agents then threw him to the house. Again, provided no aid. Organizers said about 200 people have come to back with her and demand accountability. The district speakers described fear within immigrant communities and shared personal experiences. ICE says the shooting was an act of self-defense, alleging that Salgado ignored commands and either tried to run over an officer or rammed an ICE vehicle. Both accounts have been provided, but 3 men detained during the operation have contradicted the federal agent's account of what happened. And Texas officials say federal authorities are not sharing key information about the case. Houston's mayor also expressed frustration with the lack of cooperation with the federal government. Federal authorities have not publicly released full video of this. And remember, he also was not the intended target of that ICE operation. We have an update to a breaking news story that was first brought to you Saturday night on the Fox 26 News channel. A driver is recovering after being shot in what investigators believe was a case of road rage along Highway 180 outside of St. Louis. California Highway Patrol reports this happened just before 10 Saturday night along the 180 and McCall Avenue. CHP officers and Fresno County Sheriff's deputies responded to told a 7-Ford Mustang with 4 people inside and a dark blue Honda Accord were involved. CHP says on the call, the Honda pulled up to the Mustang. Someone inside fired a single shot, hitting the Mustang's driver and then sped away. That driver was taken to an area hospital. We have no word on that person's condition. We're still not sure just how many people were in the Honda or who may have fired the shot. If you have any information on the shooting, call the number on the screen there for CHP detective for this. And now a person is in custody after leading police in the South Valley on a chase overnight after a robbery. Just after 1 this morning, Visalia police were called to a robbery at Winco on West Caldwell near Denver. Police later spotted a car matching the accused robber's vehicle in the area and tried to pull over the driver. Instead, police gave the driver 7 rounds with the headlights off, so they decided to call off the chase for sake of public safety. Absolutely. And officers then identified the driver as 38-year-old Jared Wiley. They found the car in Tulare and took Wiley into custody. Happening now, evacuation is still in effect in the Cotton National Forest. There's a wildfire burning. This one near the Nevada border. It's burning in an area known as Elephant Peak, which is why it's called the Elephant Fire. Burning about an hour north, as you see here, from Lake Tahoe. It's already burned more than 6,400 acres. It's still only 5% contained, according to latest reports. Evacuations have been ordered for a small area near the fire zone. Firefighters are still not clear on just how this one started. Firefighters are also battling a fire in Southern California. The Summit Fire, as it's called, began Friday in Los Angeles County in the Antelope Valley. We're seeing progress from earlier this morning. Fire now 39% contained, up from 31 overnight. The fire burned over 2,600 acres. 2 zones in the area are still under evacuation warning. CAL FIRE, the Angeles National Forest, and the Los Angeles and San Bernardino County Fire Departments are working together on this one.
All right, so look at your great day forecast, starting off with satellite radar, where you're seeing some low pressure lingering over the state right now. Now, we are dealing with those higher temperatures, but this low pressure is also starting to bring some chance precipitation. You see it kind of moving the system up and around the state, and it's probably impacting mainly just the Bay Area and the coastline, where you see it all the way over to the inland areas of the Bay Area. Also, it has moved off of Monterey County and those coastal cities. So it is starting to make its way around and circulate there. Really not much going for the valley, just those foothill of things that the can sprinkles. Nothing too heavy up there in those higher elevations, but this will start to progress and move upward towards those higher elevations. Which show you right now with the heat radar. This showing that system starts to move out there, but the chances of rain will start to escalate and grow as we get throughout the day here. 5:30 p.m. showing heavy chances of rain all across the mountainous regions there, and it will get spread a little more there throughout the border here between California and Nevada, but it will back off as we get to tomorrow. That chance of rain will still be there for those mountainous regions, but it'll be a little bit lighter than what we see later on today. This will start to move off as we get to Wednesday. Another chance starts to pick up, but it'll be a little bit lighter. So it starts to progress slowly but surely as the week goes on there, and then it'll move off again. Now, there is another chance that on Thursday of rain, but this one starts down here towards the three states. You see it creep its way in there, but as of right now, there's like a stay in this area, but we'll keep it on to see that this starts to move its way up into the state. But right now, it's back off a little bit there, and then we'll correct. And the fire doesn't look like it's going to have anything, so we'll keep an eye on that to see if anything progresses from this. Now, weather alerts, so to speak, we are seeing the extreme heat watch still lingering until Thursday at 8 p.m. It could be all across Southern California, even getting it up into the coastal areas here, like Morro Bay, Pismo Beach, those surrounding cities. So be aware of that if you are heading out towards those areas. And even if you're heading towards Southern California, as you're battling that fire, as mentioned from Tim and Liz, be aware of that. And also the heat that will start to pick up for Southern California. Again, this will be lasting until Thursday at 8 p.m. For us here in the valley, we're going to be dealing with some high temperatures, which is typical around this time of year. Now, a normal high is close to 98 degrees, but you can tell far from that. 101 for your high today, 105 on Tuesday, 106 on Wednesday, 70s overnight for the next several days. Good news, though, is our wind speed. We do get a little bit of a break from the heat because we do get some help. 10 to 15 miles an hour for today, and at 20 miles an hour on Tuesday, and also on Wednesday. Moderate to this, I should mention this, on a level 4 scale, we are at level 2. Even though in that mid-range, do what you can to stay cool. There's plenty of water. Take electrolytes with you. Stay in shaded areas as much as possible. If you have pets, take them on their walks early in the morning or any time that does not take a heat, because you want to make sure that they are taken care of as well as you. So do what you can to make sure you are okay through these triple digits. So coming up, we're going to look at your highs and lows throughout the rest of the valley to see how everyone else is stacking up with the triple digits.
An 18-year-old is on the way to recovery after an emergency during basketball practice where he was tracking diagnosis. Discovery says quick action by Fresno City College coaching staff helped save his life, and now families urging others to not ignore testing, no matter your age. It was business as usual for 18-year-old Jackson Scarborough last Monday at basketball. Now, Weston Thompson started experiencing sudden chest pain. Training staff made the decision to call an ambulance, and then at the hospital, doctors delivered shocking news that Jackson had an aortic dissection, which happens when a tear forms in the inner layer of the aorta, which is the body's main artery. As blood forces its way through the tear, the condition can quickly become fatal if not treated immediately. Less than 30 minutes after his first symptoms, surgeons told him he needed emergency open heart surgery.
If you have chest pain, it's an emergency, and you need to get to the hospital. You know, that's it. I wouldn't have reacted. I wouldn't have reacted the way that this coaching staff reacted. It's a big deal.
Jackson had a 9-hour surgery. His mom, Joanna, says doctors told her the condition has about a 10% survival rate. As you can see, there are signs, pictures, gifts, cards with support and prayer now fill Jackson's hospital room. While his recovery is far from over, his family says he's making steady progress. With high hospital bills, the family's created a GoFundMe. We have a link to that on our website, KNPH.com. Coming into a speedy recovery, Lord. We're now learning that South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham likely died of a tear in his aorta. That's according to the Washington, D.C. medical examiner. Now, a statement from Graham's office says the examiner found the tear happened because of Graham's cardiovascular disease. Graham's office initially said he died Saturday night of a brief and sudden illness. The fourth-term senator just turned 71 last week. It's 9/11. A busy return to Capitol Hill could shape federal funding and national security. How a now thinner Senate Republican majority may make key votes even tougher. A breakthrough that could help protect California's monster threat from a fast-spreading invader. A first-of-its-kind treatment is helping in the fight against golden mushrooms.
I'll be back. So I've got plenty of time for a flavor break.
This segment is sponsored by Triangle Burger.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Jacobian Tires Digital Order, because you deserve justice.
Never touch a down power line. Assume they are live and dangerous. If you see a down line, stay away, call 911, and avoid touching anything that has come into contact with the power line.
Whether a level of moderate to Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms,
Break away to what's possible with Triptyr.
AIO-23 blocker for Crohn's and UC offers self-administration from the start.
Triptyr can help with symptom relief as early as 4 weeks. Remission at 12 months, 1 year, and 2 years.
Some have visible reform of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. For treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Break away with Triptyr.
Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Triptyr today.
I got hurt in a car accident, and the insurance company was so pushy. They want me to sign something. I said, stop. And I called the law brothers. After your car accident, stop. Don't say anything and don't sign anything until you talk to us first. I didn't sign anything. Call the law brothers and do that. $2.25 million. We're the law brothers.
Natural gas has a distinctive rotten smell to it. If you think you smell gas, you need to act fast by leaving the area and calling 911. Once you're safe, call PG&E at 1-800-743-5000. The KNPH Fox 26, 26 Days of Summer, is sponsored by Les Schwab.
Well, this summer, Fox 26 turns up the heat with the 26 days of summer. For 26 days, we're giving viewers a Saturday Daily Summer Prize. Today's giveaway is for one family pass to the Yosemite Mountain Treasure Climb Railroad, which is good for 2 adults and 2 children. If you want in, it's easy. At KNPH.com, click the contest tab and enter for your chance to win. You can also scan the QR code right there on your screen. One entry gets you in, and if you don't win today, your valid entry carries over into the next drawing. Plus, one lucky viewer will be drawn for the grand prize at the end of it all. Don't miss this chance to make yourself a super prize of no prize. Enter now at KNPH.com and keep watching for the next prize in our 26 Days of Summer.
Let's get a look at get your highs and lows for your money to see how your week is starting off. Well, Fresno, we are dealing with that one I mentioned earlier. San Francisco at 71 right now with some cloudy skies as that change starting to move its way out of the Bay Area. Los Angeles at 84 degrees with some mostly cloudy skies for Southern California. But let's move to the north side and see how things are shaping up. Starting up at the foothills, Oakhurst, you'll be at 91 today. Mariposa, good morning, you'll be at 93. We got Madera at 99. Same temperature for Kerman as well. We got also a 99 for Merced. A couple of 100 for Los Banos and Fireball. Right next to me, Cable Lake, 77 degrees. A nice cool spot if you want to get away from these warmer temperatures there. And let's move into the central part of the valley and take a look. First, Añoquis Valley, good morning, by the way. You'll be at 95 degrees. So that's 100 both for Clovis and Sanger. The rest of this area here looks to be in the upper 90s. So we got Reedley, Kingsford, and Selma all at 99 today. Rosie and Woodley, good morning to you. Both of you will be at 98 degrees for today. And moving into the South Valley, we're going to be seeing some more mix of temperatures there, so to speak. There, we got 98 for Visalia, Camille, and Porterville. Also, Corcoran at 98. Got a couple of 99s for Hampton and Kavanaugh. Molinga will be the only city as of right now in the South Valley to do triple digits, 100 degrees on the dot. Down in Delano, good morning to you in Delano, 96 degrees for you. Overnight lows across the valley. The green mixture up to mid to low 70s to start off your week. Coming up, we're going to get your air quality hours report to see how things are looking to start off your week on this front.
There's a breakthrough in the fight against California's golden mussel invasion. A spokesperson for one water district in the San Joaquin Valley says it has found a successful treatment that cleared the mussels from its pipelines before farmers were impacted. The Arden Edison Water Storage District Resource Managers were frustrated. They were facing a problem with no clear answers, so they decided to take a risk and see a treatment that they hoped would work, and they say this is a decision that is helping protect their water system from golden mussels. They say copper-based treatments are not used, but this approach using Nature CA successfully killed the mussels they were found in the areas they treated.
All of those included red mussel. We also performed the same thing upstream of the treatment, and all those mussels were alive. So from that perspective, it was 100% mortality from everything that we could see. But obviously, I can't say 100% mortality throughout the entire district because there are areas where we can't see.
It puts the district among the first in North America to launch a large-scale treatment program targeting golden mussels, but it's worth noting this is not a one-time fix, with golden mussels continuing to enter through the California aqueduct. Blue says the district expects to need 2 to 3 treatments each year to keep new growth under control. The first 30-day treatment cost about $3 million, with the next round expected to cost about $1.3 million. First responders in San Francisco are now sounding the alarm about autonomous vehicles impeding their ability to respond to emergencies. The San Francisco Fire Department says it now has more than 30 internal documents about incidents over the years. One, back in 2023, involved a fire truck that crashed with a driverless vehicle sending a person to the hospital. More recently, on July 4th, multiple Waymos needed to be towed after days out of battery power. Responders are concerned they may not be able to get to people who need help.
People need it in the most difficult time of need. So anytime we are blocked by any autonomous vehicle, that matters. One, if there's enough room, we try to go around. There have been reported instances where our fire engines are nose to nose with the Waymo, and what happens is the Waymo realizes that our license sirens are on, but stop.
Firefighters say they've been reporting where the Waymo vehicles are blocking them by scanning their QR code. City officials say they want the companies to pay some type of fine if the vehicle impedes an emergency response. Time is now 9:19. A tragic event leads to a brilliant idea to save lives. How a teenager is helping the deaf community feel emergency sounds. But before we go to break, here is a look at Memorial Day brought to you by the Skyfox 26 Drone Camp on this Monday morning time of 9:19. So this is the Pure Sonic 7-in-1 LED light. Now, you've seen the red light before. Everybody has that. But this one has 7 different lights. So each light does something different. So, like, I use the red light to help with fine lines, collagen appearance,
Getting that glow.
yes, exactly. Now, if you have a teenager or you know a teenager, the blue helps with oily skin. Acne, yes, the yellow helps with calming your skin. So, and it's hands-free, pain-free, UV-free.
And how long have you using this each day?
And 20 minutes, easy. And it is hands-free, so you can multitask. Right. Today you can make dinner while you're looking good. Absolutely. You can save a great deal for you guys. 40% off. Only $41.99.
Are you kidding?
No, you get 7 colors.
Here we go. Okay, that's really incredible. I mean, think about what it would be at your dermal office or your med spa, right? Just one treatment, the cost of that. So that's an incredible opportunity.
And you're doing it in your room.
And thank you so much for coming to our home. Don't take this exclusive offer at the ASA deal before they sell out.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Better Life Center for Implant and Dental Dentistry. Thrive in 2025.
Monday, there's a lot of a strong difference gets a strong world record. I'm going to represent Jimmy Ball and King Dick.
Tonight on Fox 26.
12 celebrities get schooled and found guaranteed.
Wednesday at 9 on Fox 26.
We love Honey. It keeps us organized. There's a place for everything.
And Bobby Button made it for
Take 40% off plus an extra 15% off. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGn or visit closetsbydesign.com.
I've been baking my entire life. I love being in the kitchen, and I'm constantly drawing my brows. So when someone tries to make them bake, it's been FDA approved for over 12 years, and it's the most studied product of its kind. I'm happy to find that they're very natural.
Botox Cosmetic Effects may spread powers 2 weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away if difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow, eyelid, weakness, swelling. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications including botulinum toxin, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
I'm a one-and-done parent, and I got treated with the one and only Botox Cosmetic. Find a licensed Botox Cosmetic specialist at BotoxCosmetic.com.
When a serious injury from a truck accident causes your life, your accident attorneys at Sweet James help you move forward. Call now for a free case review.
Were you just injured in an accident? Are you in pain? Worried about medical expenses? Lost your vehicle? Able to work? Whether you're involved in a major catastrophic claim, you have rights. Do you want to know what compensation you're owed due to the loss and what your rights are? The earlier you contact an attorney after an accident, the better your rights are protected. Before you speak to anyone, call PNC Injury Law for free case provider.
Let's get into the air quality monitor report. Let's see how things are starting off for you. We're starting off with the air quality. Good for Merced, Madera, and King County. That's good air quality today. Fresno, Tulare, Sequoia National Park, that's still in that moderate range. So good news though for Sequoia National Park. Ending last week on that moderate to high range down back to the moderate. For the hours report, there's some change, but not in a good way because that's standards up to the high range. Bold is still low, power is still moderate, and your other top outs is still Juniper, Privet, and Classic for today. As far as the illness outlook, same thing. Things are progressing in some spots. Asthma and sinus pressure in the high range. Migraine, arthritis, and common cold, those are still low, but this is for informational purposes only. Always consult your physician for more. Coming up, we'll get a look at a spotlight forecast that is bring up some good news and some lore discussion. We'll let you know about perspective in this a little bit.
It's 9:24. Let's take a look at the White House where the flag is flying at half staff in honor of South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. President Trump tells CNN We talked with Graham on the phone Saturday night, noting that the senator sounded tired.
Well, it's devastating. I thought he was fine. He called me last night. He just got back from Ukraine. And he was telling me about the trip. He was thinking very, very hard. You probably know he wanted to do the Save America Act. So he was talking about that. He was full of wind and vigor. He was tired. He said, I'm tired because it's a long trip. But other than that, he was fine.
The comments come after the president posted about Graham's death on his Facebook, calling him one of the greatest people and senators he's ever known. The post says, quote, he was always working and was a true American patriot. Lindsey will be greatly missed. Senator Graham was running for a sixth term in the Senate. Here's what happens with that seat now. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster will appoint someone to fill the seat for the rest of the term. That person will serve until January 3rd. Graham already won the Republican nomination in the state primary and the South Carolina law. The state will now hold a special election for voters to choose a Republican nominee to replace Graham. That election will likely happen August 11th. Then the November 3rd general election will proceed as normal unless state officials decide to change the procedure. President Trump says he has recommended Graham's sister, Darlene, to temporarily fill his seat. In a posted tweet shows what the president wrote, the South Carolina governor should appoint her to serve out the remainder of Graham's term. Meanwhile, Republican Senator Mitch McConnell is sharing a picture of himself nearly a month. He has been in hospital for nearly a month. In the picture, he is sitting in a hospital chair with his wife Elaine Chao by his side. The newspaper from Sunday is laying on his lap. The 84-year-old said that he fell at his home in D.C. and then contracted a mild case of pneumonia. He was moved from the hospital to a rehabilitation center. Congress is back from its recess today with some big challenges ahead. Both the House and the Senate will have to pass annual spending bills for the next fiscal year. They'll also have to look into the president's request for more funding for the conflict with Iran and consider an expired foreign surveillance law, among other topics. The Senate will also have to focus on the confirmation of Todd Blanche for Attorney General. It'll also have a smaller Republican majority to pass legislation with the death of Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell's continued medical absence. Worth noting that Graham did serve on the Budget Committee, so that will be something else that they will also have to address. Time is now 9:27. Police are warning parents about a growing social media trend targeting late-night drivers. So a teacher's trend can lead to costly damages or even a crash.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Pacific Marine Center.
At Stanton, for a limited time, kids get a free eye exam. Penguins need clear vision. Kids do too. Plus, glasses start at just $79. Made same day. Smart, simple, Stanton.
Semi-truck and the insurance company was calling to get me to sign something. And I said, stop. And I called the law office. You call me, stop.
Don't say anything and don't sign anything until you talk to us first.
I didn't sign anything from the insurance company. I called the Law Brothers and they got me $2.5 million. We are Law Brothers. Like a relentless bleed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, you can find out.
Joyful ways to drugs possible with Triptide.
AIO-23 blockers are promising new scenes on extended administration from the start.
Triptide can help with symptom relief as early as 4 weeks, remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and 2 years.
Some have visible repair of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections, or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. For treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Break the rock with Triptide.
Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Triptide today.
At Stanton, our progressive lenses are digital, customized for you. All distances, one lens. Get 2 progressives plus a free eye exam for just $175. Smart, simple, standard.
Time is 9:30, and we are showing you a look at the city of Selma, which will be our spotlight for today. Now, Selma, according to history, is the second city in Fresno County to farming, and also the Southern Pacific Railroad, which started in the 1870s, the branch of the Central Pacific Railroad, which they were able to build a city run, so a lot of people were working for the Southern Pacific Railroad. But you see two names here. It's because there are two different origin stories. I'll put a question mark because there are two different theories on what the city of Selma was named after, or who. The first one, Selma Gruenberg Lewis. This is a persistent local legend, according to some, that was given by Governor Leland Stanford, who was shown a picture of Selma Lewis by her father. Now, according to lore, Lewis is buried in Floral Memorial Park in Selma, and her marker repeats the story. But also, Selma Michelson Kingsbury, there's a theory that it was named after her because of a nomination from her husband, who was a railroad employee in Selma. So, put together, maybe get your own guess on which person you think it was named after. Either way, go to cityofselma.com for more information on the city and many other events happening there. Now, if you are in Selma right now, expect it to be a warm one there. 101 is going to be the high for today. 74 degrees for the low. It's going to be a hot one, but there are wind speeds to 5 to 50 miles an hour. They'll probably a little bit. Windy at 51%. Viewpoint at 56 degrees. Selma, have yourself a great day. Stay cool. Coming up, we're going to look at the weekend getaway.
Happening tonight, a Central Valley City Council is expected to discuss the Dignity Act, a proposed immigration reform bill that's gained support from some rural and urban communities. The New State Farmers League will present on the Dignity Act during the Farmersville City Council meeting. The proposal, which has not become law, would create a process for some undocumented immigrants to obtain legal status if they meet certain requirements, while also including border security and immigration enforcement measures. Supporters say the bill could provide a path forward for long-time residents and agricultural workers. Tonight, Farmersville City Council members are expected to wear Dignity Act shirts in support of this effort. Carlier Mayor Alma Beltran is expected to attend. She was the first rural city mayor to support the Dignity Act. Now, the meeting begins at 6 tonight at Farmersville City Hall, where community members are also expected to attend. You know, the roll of fighter jets is a familiar sound in Lemoore, and now local leaders are pushing for even more aircraft to be based at Naval Air Station Lemoore, which is the Navy's largest master jet base. The F-35C Lightning II can reach speeds of 12,000 and carry more than 18,000 pounds, while avoiding enemy detection using radar evading technology. Now, in a letter sent to the Acting Secretary of the Navy, Congressman Vince Farr, David Valadao, and Jim Costa are asking the Secretary to consider basing 7 more F-35Cs at NAS Lemoore, noting that with nearly 20,000 acres, the air station has room to grow and is well positioned to support the Navy.
We will take as many jets as they can give us. I coach with baseball right now, and our all-star team has a dad that's an F-35 pilot. So this community loves the air base. We work well together, the city and the air base together.
The letter requests the jets come with support from almost 30 local governments and community groups, and it also highlights the federal government's recent investments in the air station as evidence of its readiness to support the F-35C mission, including over $55 million that was appropriated for the Strike Fighter Center of Excellence and $17 million to design a new F-35 maintenance unit. Naval Air Station Lemoore opened in 1961. In 2019, the base generated $947 million for Kings County and provides almost 8,500 jobs. It's 9:35 right now. Time to get up and get moving. Lindsay joins us to show us some workout routines that can easily squeeze into your daily schedule. Like people, pets can become dehydrated often through vomiting, diarrhea, or from a decreased water intake. There are a few ways of calm that can help you to determine whether or not your pet is adequately hydrated. First, check your pet teeth. If the gums or tongue are dry, or the saliva appears very thick or ropey, your pet could be dehydrated. You can also do a skin tense, where you tense the skin between your pet's shoulder blades or on their side. If the skin doesn't quickly return to its normal position, your pet could be dehydrated. Although it's always possible, this can be a good way to help guide you determine your pet's dehydration status. If you're worried about your pet being dehydrated, speak to a veterinary to help out as quickly as possible. Connect with us at our station website by looking up for Pet Safe. We'd also love to see your favorite pet moments that you can share with our community. Go to our news app, click Explore, and then upload your pet photo.
You know, Loco, this much fried grilled chicken, this much flavor, tasty you can take on the go, thinking we'll save some for later. New loaded quesadillas. Let's get loco. El Pollo Loco.
The moment I stop trying to outrun obstacles that were put in front of me and believing in myself and trusting the work that I put in, that's when everything changed. So folks, being present, that's not something that stays in the football field. Being the same, not having you get what you don't think about is exactly. You get pulled over, get a ticket, or worse. You can get in a crash, hurt yourself, or somebody else on the road that has nothing to do with your road. Every action has an option. You want to just get you home and everyone else speeding catches up.
It keeps us organized, there's a place for everything.
And now we start design native schools.
Get 40% off plus an extra 15% off our 100 by Design or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Against results.
The sitting or standing all day long leaves you suffering? Steps to your day with Ellipse. Ellipse is a premium atomic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation, all without the strain, pain, and exertion of traditional exercise. Ellipse's power-assisted mechanism lets you reap the benefits of a workout while keeping your mind free to focus on work, reading, or even watching TV. It loosens stiff joints and tight muscles, reduces swelling, and calms restless legs for you, lowering your pain and increasing your flexibility, all while you relax.
Call the number on your screen now to order your Ellipse today and upgrade to the Ellipse Deluxe Bundle with advanced features like a faster motor, step counter, sport mat, and wireless remote absolutely free.
My legs are stronger, my joints are no longer stiff.
Start moving better and feeling better with the Ellipse today.
800-820-1369.
Every crew's got a favorite. Juicy chicken, savory rice, creamy mac and cheese. Whoa, the barbecue black beans are back. This one-piece family meal, everybody's eating. Let's get loco. El Pollo Loco.
Congratulations to the Fox 26 NC for winning the Regional Edward R. Murrow Award, showcasing the future of fair play in the feature reporting category.
All right, time now, coming up on 9:39. Let's take a live look at Morro Bay. Pretty quiet there in Morro Bay. A nice day out there. What more can be said about how beautiful the view is? Got the birds out there flying, just great all around. This could be motivation for you to head out to Morro Bay this weekend, because that is our weekend getaway suggestion for today. And if that doesn't show you, then maybe the temperature's low. Look at this, 73 degrees on Friday, 74 on Saturday, 75 on Sunday. You got 50s over 80s. So make some sun and clouds there this weekend. Wind speeds will be 10 to 15 miles an hour all weekend long. It's going to be a beautiful weekend out there on the coast. So if you don't have any plans yet, head on over to Morro Bay. But make sure when you go, travel safe so you can enjoy these nice temperatures and just have a great weekend overall. Coming up, we'll get a look at the evening planner focus on tonight if you want to head out the door. Maybe something in a few hours that's going to be happening. We'll also give you the weather for later on this evening.
is a limited stain active is crucial for our overall health, which is why every week we ask Health and Wellness Coach Rosie Bauer from Fit Warriors in Visalia to give us some tips on how to get the Rosie good morning.
Good morning, good happy Monday, happy Friday weekend. Excellent workout for you today. We are going to be focusing on our upper body, specifically the arms, because one of the important things that we need to do, especially after the age of 30 to 40, we have to continue doing some strength training because you use it and you lose it. So we use muscle every decade to use it. So after really good workout, it's super simple and very effective. So I have 8 dumbbells that you can use as quarter of 3 pounds. And if you don't have any weights, you can just grab your water bottle. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do 15 repetitions and we're going to do 3 rounds of each exercise. We're going to start with a bicep curl. So as I do this, I'm going to come up and I'm slowly coming down. My target is my shoulders down to my thighs. My elbows down and forward. Okay, so it's really important to focus on that form. So again, you got 15 repetitions right here. If this is a little bit too challenging, you can start off by alternating one arm at a time. Then the next exercise for biceps is I'm going to do my hammer curls. Okay, so this time my thumbs up and my pinkies down. I'm going to go in and then I'm going to go out. You got 15 repetitions, and again, you can always alternate one arm at a time if needed. So again, you got 2 exercises for biceps. Now we're going to move on to shoulders. So I'm going to start off with upright rows, leading with my elbows high and wide. You're going to come up and down, 15 repetitions. This is an excellent exercise that will give you that nice tone and definition in your arms. So you got 15 repetitions, and then we're going to do shoulder presses. This is a little challenging because it's above your heart, but you can always, again, alternate one at a time, go lighter if you need to. You got 15 repetitions right here. Again, you can alternate, especially on this one. This one is a little bit more challenging. So you got 15 repetitions. Take a little break. You're going to need it. Now we're moving on to triceps. 1 or 2 dumbbells overhead. Make sure your chin is just up, not looking down. You got 15 repetitions right here. Touch the back of your neck, reach for the sky. 15 repetitions. And then the last exercise, I'm going to turn this way just so you can see. Elbows up, in, and you got 15 repetitions of tricep kickbacks right here. Make sure you're not swinging your arms. I'm going to go ahead and you move, starting with your feet, shoulder to chest to wrist. Up again, you got 15 bicep curls. Take your time, take your break, and then we have hammer curls, in and out. I'm already feeling this. 15 repetitions, you take a break, moving off the shoulders, upright rows, leaning with your elbows high and wide. You get done, you take a break, then we have shoulder presses. Breathing in through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. And then, last exercise, or 2 exercises, we got triceps, overhead extensions, 15 repetitions. And then the last one, elbows in, and take it back into kickback. Right here, 15. You're going to go ahead and release it, press it out, until you stretch. In between each exercise, thumbs up, pinkies down. Make sure you drink plenty of water, especially this week. It's going to be super hot. So make sure you're hydrating, recover, and just remember that a little bit of a workout is better than nothing. So start off the day and build some rest. Advice and great workout for the arms. Thanks so much, Rosie. Really appreciate it. If you missed any of this segment, don't worry. You can watch it again by heading to our website, kmph.com. Click the Great Pay tab.
Soccer 101, sponsored by Digital. 2026 is the summer of soccer, and now is the perfect time for some Soccer 101. Today we're focusing on a corner kick. The corner kick is taken from the corner arc from the side where the ball was. It is awarded to the attacking team, and the defending team touches the soccer ball before it crosses their own goal line without a goal being scored.
Your summer road trip starts at Jiffy Lube. Congratulations to the Fox 26 team for winning a regional Edward R. Murrow Award, showcasing the future of their play in the feature reporting category.
Well, this is all the stuff we decided not to know. How much of it would you like to disappear? We need the link we just saw. All right, let's go. All you have to do is point. When you want something to disappear, all you have to do is point.
We tracked down surveillance footage and the driver was on his phone when he crashed. But even then, he kept saying, "Stay in for a second." We're not. Hey.
But the local order, and that's it. They say.
Did you know that Korea has a main pocket body odor? Offers triple layer protection, sweat voice, controls wetness, and kills 99% of odor-causing bacteria with 100 hours of sweat and odor. Upgrade to 100 hours of confidence.
People often ask me, what is a premise case or a slip and fall? The truth of the matter is, it doesn't always involve a financial slip. Whenever you visit another property and you're injured as a result of the owner's negligence, you have a right to get compensated for your injury. You have a right to get the right medical care and make sure that if you have a loss of earnings or couldn't go to work, that your life is not changed as a result of their fault, their negligence.
I was in a lot of pain, and I decided that I needed to get an attorney because I could not work. I called the Kobe and Meyer. They had their own reasons for every need, every area. They took care of me like a fool. I would recommend you call the Kobe and Meyer. They really want to go for you.
The Kobe and Meyer, because everyone deserves something.
You ready, Tay? Let's go.
Stop this work. Wherever you get your podcast.
Well, this is all the stuff we decided not to know. How much of it would you like to disappear? Okay. We need the link we just saw.
All right, let's go. All you have to do is point. When you want junk to disappear, all you have to do is point.
Happening today, a community effort to rescue thousands of pounds of peaches is now turning into a free giveaway for local families. Due to transparency here, civil not great out there. The picture's a bit pixelated, but I want to survey us live now with how you can pick up some fresh food while supplies last. Alexis?
Good morning. Yeah, so any food work right now, the big giveaway is going to be taking place in just a few hours in Fresno. And joining me right now is Kobe Stuckey, is the co-founder of Arthur Business. What's going on this morning?
So we got a call on Friday from a farmer that he said he had hundreds of thousands of peaches that he wasn't going to harvest this year. We said, well, let's get this going. We had 2 days to get hundreds of volunteers together. We've been picking out the past 2 days. We have a volunteer day tomorrow. We've saved thousands of pounds of fruit and we distribute it to our local community members. We believe that no food should go to waste. No matter who you are, this is all getting ripped out on Wednesday. So this is a call to action to get as many volunteers, save as much fruit as possible. And that's what we do. We bring our volunteers together and you see them out picking. They come with so much energy and we're so blessed.
Let's delve a little bit more into that.
So in order to get, it takes a while to get volunteers. We have to have flyers and organize everything. And all these people are asking us where it is. We need to find the location, the best way to parking. And if you want to sign up, you'll find us on our social medias. You can find us on Facebook or Instagram, all information, our numbers there. If you have any questions, how to find a distribution or where the next volunteer begin is, that's where it is. And it's very important for this Wednesday. 1,000
having hundreds and hundreds of trees are getting ripped out and they haven't been able to put out.
You were just talking about out there, you know, it is bad, but you were also talking about the good that comes out of it, right?
There's so much good from this. Even though it's sad when you look around this orchard and there's thousands and hundreds of thousands of fruit that's not getting harvested, our community is getting together. We get kids out, we have elderly, grandparents, and they're just joining together, lifting, picking, and it's a beautiful thing to see community get out of their houses on the summer. And it's beautiful weather the past 2 days, and we hope another day tomorrow.
Tell us a little bit more about your nonprofit organization.
So we started in December 25. We realized there was no organization that saves fruit from going to waste on homeless trees. We started small, going to backyards. We got invited to orchards, and we're doing humongous orchards of thousands and thousands of pounds, and it's grown so beautiful thing that we're able to bring people together, community, and save fruit. So we do gleanings. We'll go to orchards that aren't harvesting, and also go to packing houses if they can't sell fruit. If there's a little blemish, for an example, if a packing house got this, he wouldn't be able to save it. So they would have to either throw it out or we come and pick it up.
Okay, so as I mentioned, we are on Facebook right now, but the giveaway is going to be taking place in Fresno, right? Give us the details.
So today at 4908 North Fourth Avenue in Fresno, we'll be distributing these delicious, delicious pieces that wouldn't gone to waste, and we invite you to come with a bag, a friend, a neighbor, and just get a community involved. This is amazing to see people come together. The hands of the volunteers pick the fruit and they're giving it back. So come today, check us out, learn more about what we do, and study something.
And then tomorrow, y'all are going to be at the same location?
Tomorrow we're volunteering at the same place. We're still deciding the time for distribution, but if you follow our social medias, we post what time and where the distributions are going to be. So it's Offer Kindness on Facebook, and then Offer Kindness HQ on Instagram. You can also check out our website with all the information, Offer Kindness.
As you guys know, let's talk a little bit about the folks to our volunteers, which we have some over here.
We can't do this without the help of volunteers. They come in the morning. Today we start at 7. We have volunteers leave the house at 5 in the morning to show up. People drive hours to get here, and it's a beautiful thing having the kids, the adults come together, lifting, staying up, and there's only different thing anywhere without all beautiful hands of our volunteers. Well, if you're a farmer who's going through a similar situation, you can't sell his fruit due to a legal battle, or if a packing house went bankrupt, then call us, message us. We love to bring our volunteers out. We have all this, and you don't need to do anything with liability forms, and we just hope to grow and save as much food as possible. So we're in the agriculture capital of the world. This is Fresno here, so we hope to save as much as possible.
Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. We're going to toss things back to you in the studio, please.
Amazing, Alexis. Thank you. And just to, if you're wondering where in the world this pickup is on Holt in Fresno, it is just south of Shaw Avenue Mars. All right, so if you take Holt from Shaw, wind around a little bit, and you will find this location.
So we look at your community calendar if you want to do something a little later for today. Let's start off with the Island Adventure Camp that's happening at the Home Center in Fresno. That's going to be starting off at 1 in the afternoon and will last until 5 p.m. Over in Hanford at the Kings County Library, they're having Maker Monday for today. That's an event. These are few here for parents and their kids. So that was the day of the summer break. 3:30 p.m. is when the Maker Monday will start. A little later this evening for the adults, Nate Butler is smoking Ivory Mountain. He does every single Monday there. Some music to go along with a drink that's going to be happening at Backyard Social in Fresno at 7 p.m. But whatever you got going tonight, it's going to be a warm one. So make sure to take some extra water with you just in case. 100 degrees at 5 p.m. will be in the 90s the rest of the way as the day goes on. 99 at 6 p.m. 90 degrees on the dot at 10 p.m. with some mostly cloudy skies. 8 p.m. is going to look more cloudier than sunny, but no rain coming with that. It's going to be a very warm evening. So whatever you got going tonight, make sure to stay cool and enjoy the rest of the day. Coming up, we're going to send a forecast and tell you how long these typically will be lasting.
In an emergency, every second matters, but for people who are deaf or hard of hearing, they cannot hear critical warnings like alarms or announcements. There's a new app created in the U.S., now being used worldwide to close that gap. It's called ALRM. It can hear emergency sounds, including gunshots, fire,
fire and carbon monoxide alarm and silence. And once the microphone detects one of its sounds, it sends a real-time alert to the phone with visuals and vibrations. It was created by high schooler Gavin Phelan, who first came up with the idea after the Lewiston mass shooting when 4 people who were dead lost their lives. And now it's also being used in loud and crowded environments like concerts, where even people with good hearing can benefit from this app. The app is free. It's already being used in 10 different countries, including Canada, France, and Brazil. Throwing cheese slices at moving vehicles seems harmless, a little weird, a waste of food, of course. Social media pranks like this could also be putting someone at risk. A woman who says her car was hit by cheese did not realize it until the next day. She says it took a couple trips to the car wash to try to get it off. Well, there was no permanent damage, but an auto body expert says leaving food on car paint can become an expensive fix, sometimes as high as $2,000. They really do a number on the paint. But police are now informing parents about this social media trend, warning them about the potential dangers and the costly outcomes. Pygmy Hippo is gaining a new wave of fans following the recent birthday celebration. What people think draws them to this small-ish pet animal, and how the hippo's fame is raising awareness about endangered species.
Go inside the biggest tournament on Earth with Legends Inflicted. It's a little bit. I'm just inside. It's my voice right. All these people are looking for love.
One of my favorite novels. There's no rejection in story. Now, double-digit elimination for this favorite.
Tonight it is on Fox 26. We got the MLB All-Star Game in Philadelphia. This is how America celebrates the birthday. The MLB All-Star Game on Fox 26.
We love it. It keeps us organized. There's a place for everything.
And Closets by Design made it cool.
Take 40% off plus an extra 15% off. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGN or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident? Call the firm that gets results. She's not getting it.
Bipolar depression made me feel like I was missing out. That in my life. Unlike some medications that I treat bipolar 1, bipolar is proven to deliver significant relief from symptoms of bipolar 1 and 2 depression. Weight gain and movement disorders were not common.
Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Call your doctor about newer sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks. Report fever, confusion, stiff muscles, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol and weight gain may occur, as can high blood sugar, which may be fatal. Common side effects are sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, dry mouth, feeling tired, and diarrhea. These aren't all the side effects.
Ask your doctor about Caplyta.
Ready to feel stronger, leaner, and energized? At Game Day in NFL, we help them take control of their health and perform at their peak every day. You'll be welcomed by our friendly, knowledgeable team, dedicated to making your experience comfortable, personal, and stress-free. Our advanced treatments, including peptide therapies, can help support weight loss, accelerate injury recovery, boost libido, and promote muscle growth. Stop settling for feeling less than your best. Visit Game Day Men's Health today and start feeling like your best self again.
Spotlight on America investigates. It's a responsible social media.
Tonight on Fox 26 News at 10.
And the 10-day forecast is sponsored by Chichanti Boat Resort and Casino.
Triple digits for the next 10 days, except for next Tuesday there with the 99 on the right there. But get back to triple digits next Wednesday. Overall lows will be 70 to the 68 this Saturday.
Continue pouring in for the Pygmy Sensation New Day recently celebrated her birthday in Thailand, second birthday, with a 3-day celebration. This Hungry Hippo received a large cake. Sunflowers are made out of fruits and veggies, including a topping made of hard melons and watermelon lemons. It was already found down the enclosure of the River Beach event in Marlborough. Hope you have a great day.
Next stop, Ferry.
But I'm going to tell you something. I just saw a study that shocked me. Safety experts say you're only supposed to eat leftover turkey for 3 to 4 days, and then you should throw it out. So if you go by this study, that means that today is the last day for us to be eating that turkey. Okay, now, I refuse to accept this. This isn't your mother's Monday meatloaf, okay? These are Thanksgiving leftovers, which means they have an extended expiration date. Day 2, turkey sandwich, and if it's really good, you'll put some stuffing inside of it. Dressing stuffing. Day 3, turkey and a tortilla. That's a turkey rito. Turkey scrambled with your eggs. Turkey soup. You take those turkey bones and all that dill and it's got around it, and you make a nice bone broth. Day 7, we don't even know what turkey is at this point. Well, this is pretty minuscule. And you can ask for saying after 4 days, it may not be safe. Let me tell you, 4 days is when it gets good. Turkey is good after 4 days. And I don't understand the study because the steak can be dry aged for 100 days. And cheese can sit in a cage for 2 years. And bacon fruit can last for 100 Christmases in a row. For short periods of time. And you know what I'm talking about. Now, my grandma used to keep leftovers so long that the foil started forming a second layer of foil. Is this dinner or a science project? But we still ate it. And look at me. Pancreas, but didn't know they were in college. Her name was Alejandra, and she was Jeffrey's first nanny when I came to New York City. And when I tell you, because I was always working at the view, and I needed somebody who loved my son, and Alejandra loved my Jeffrey so hard, and Jeffrey's place was not bad because, you know, we had developmental delays, and so he was just, he is out to the so much, he goes, no, senor, no, senor. And I tell you, I've never met someone who loves as much as she loves her own family. Was her boyfriend's late husband in his family. And she just showed up and scored my rose. No, Megan went full on to play with his family. This other girl, she cooked. She made turkey, dressing, greens, mac and cheese. And she was putting it down. And but she wanted them to love the food to show them how much she really loved their stuff. So, really, yes, Megan went over to play Smearman because she was sitting courtside with his mother Julie. He sat courtside having a good old time. And then ESPN caught up with his dad, Michael, and he had great reviews about Megan. Take a look.
Megan should be Megan be skeptical. I'm not big up he was. Ugly woman. She went out her way to make her even a well done. We have to say, I was advised on the story of folks that I guess I take on. And
taking that show, which means they're going to think of her every day. But Megan, I'm going to tell you the exact right idea, because let me tell you something. Every man I've ever been with, their parents love them. They always want to give them their daughter. Now, Megan was the right woman for their son, but I think that's what the right woman for the family. And Megan knows that she's always been with the family. That's the first instruction, because no matter what, family's going to have your back. Your boyfriend will be talking about you like a dog, and that family's going to be like, look, it's still going to go to That's what I'm saying. And even after we broke up, I was still invited to Thanksgiving dinner. And he and he walked in with his new girlfriend, and his mother, he stepped right up to him. She said, oh, we didn't have to put the Jerry's here. So she said, you didn't have to see. And she said, yes, we said, your little friend in her house. So he was you did exactly what you're supposed to do. I love it because you are playing 3D chess. And when I think about it, this is exactly why I'm single right now. Because I don't cook. I stopped cooking. And, you know, and the thing about it, ladies, if you're single, a man needs to know that people will up at least one thing in the kitchen. And I know this. So I was looking at Megan, and I said, you know what? I right now, I'm practicing making stuffed peppers for Jeffrey to meet. As soon as I find the right restaurant that's going to deliver and make it look home cooked. But no, so Megan, congratulations on a successful Thanksgiving. You did it, girl. And Mariah Carey, Merry Christmas. But she makes it before the Thanksgiving too, because Mariah posted this video of herself making her favorite collard greens. Now, she claimed it, but here's something that only Mariah Carey would do, y'all. She didn't take out the money. Because I would have loved that time if $42,000 ring in my golden collard greens. Okay? You might as well go ahead and invest it because it's not soul food. That's crypto dollars now. If I keep quiet once in a while, the goddamn ring. The price down on a ring that is $42,000. Some people use cayenne pepper or vinegar. You know, for other people, their rings are what? That's what she does. She gets their ring and a $42,000 ring. Meanwhile, when I tell you I love my own ring, I take them off to the bathroom. I don't even let folks touch my little ring because I'm scared they might turn. Number one. But second, I don't want to lose them. I don't keep my earrings on when I'm doing the dishes. I take everything off like I'm about to fight somebody. And I took the right side to take some fire right there. Right there. But one thing, you tell me something, you try to know, when you tell something you're like, you forget about it till you get in the shower and everything falls on the floor in the shower. So Mariah, send some greens to us because we love to try them in that green. Do y'all know we have been doing it with Love Your Farmers since 2008? So, okay, no, let's not. Okay. Emilia was 7 and 10 years old, and former President Obama had him. Let's bring in. They posted a picture on Thanksgiving this year, and here they are, 17 years later. And I don't think of the girls, I don't think of their ages in years. I think of their ages in presidential terms. That's what I think. And this is 3 years later. Sasha is in grad school. Malia is college former president Barack Obama is still running her anymore. But looking at Malia and Sasha, I know those girls are running their daddy. Yeah, we got a great show for you today. From day one. Discover CeraVe Hair Care, reinvented dermatologist. For the day, for the dimples, for the face,
Back to school is back. With Walmart's must-have, you can check off everything on their list. You tell me. With a fit this sharp, we can catch lunch. All that. I love Walmart markets. Oh, yeah.
Severe phone symptoms, you can come back. Break away to what's possible with Truvada. Truvada can help with remission in 12 weeks, 1 month, and 2 years. Start visible repair of their plasma. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infection, the lower ability to fight them, and legal problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections or TB.
Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Break away. Risk and cost. Doctor options buy on today. In her new memoir, Eternally Electric, please welcome Bethany Gibson. Watch you at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. You know, this is my third time doing the parade. And it's like a wish list. I'm playing on things to get these. Yes. So to be doing it 3 times, like, and, you know, I don't know if you feel it. As life goes on, I just take everything in, right? And everything is so present here. So, like, just all the love, all the breathing. I'm so sad to be that little girl with that first drink. It's like, when people are like chanting me and proud of me, singing my songs, and I'm like, this is everything I ever wanted to do. And when you say that you were feeling the love, the belief, that the screaming, get you was so damn good. Even if it was so beautiful, what your age was, and I can say 55, you better go. If you look at it, the thing I write about in my book, right, is how many challenges I've been through and getting to the point of your question. I was not feeling good a decade ago. I feel so good now. There's been so much of a journey that I've been through to get to a place where I feel like I've kind of landed somewhere and I can really, like, I don't know, just taking everything that's gone on in my life with perspective, but really leaning into joy. So, I mean, I just really, again, like, savor the moments, and I have a celebration of who I am. I hope that everybody can have for themselves. What's the thing that in this decade going to be 58, I think, I don't remember. To really take the ball out of hand and be present and find the joy in every little thing. The future, yes, the precious, yes. And I really do live every day, but not in a morbid, every day realistic way of like, I wake up grateful every day as a grandpa with another moment of a bumper. Get up. And it takes for you if you didn't feel that way. And say, this day the way I really wanted to. Like, I've really, like,
scripted my life at this point the way I want to. I live on my own terms, which feels great. And I know that, like, there's something, listen, I'm not a parent, so I know when you have children, like, your life is about your dependence, right? You have all this independence, this freedom, maybe that I want to get into. But it also took me a long time within my world that I live in to get to a point where, like, I really visualize what I would want my life to be like. And I just don't really accept anything into my energy space that's very good for me. And I'm just so love it, Debbie, because it's very intentional. And when we talk about this, the highs and the lows, and I love eternally electric, your congratulations on the name. This place, because you talked about, you really looking at the Red Velvet Road, because you talked about how fame was a double-edged sword in the book. You dealt with, a lot of people don't know, anxiety, addiction. You dealt with financial struggles. You dealt with issues with your health. You know, and you got to be famous at 16. So you were a young girl dealing with a myriad of issues. How did you navigate through all of that in this industry? You know, well, you talk about the health and the anxiety, and the word addiction is interesting because, like, you know, I had psychologists, psychiatrists, doctors, so I wasn't, like, you know, random fucking pills. But there was a pill for everything, and there still is a pill for everything, right? Everybody. And there are times when I think you need those modalities to get out of that hole you're in, like, under good guidance. And again, it's like, the other work I was doing, acupuncture, I was doing therapy, I was taking Xanax, I was taking Prozac, because I'd gotten to a point where I couldn't function, I couldn't sit at dinner table, I couldn't sit at a movie, I couldn't enjoy the simple things in life. Weirdly, I could get on stage and entertain 20,000 people and listen to their body, because I was, that healthy state was the only place I felt comfortable. And so, learning to get the balance in my life has been, and probably it's everybody's biggest challenge, right? Especially like, with all respect to the men, especially the women, I think we're all spending so many plates all the time, and finding that balance where you're like, okay, I can't be everything to everybody, right? And accepting that about yourself. I mean, I think that's the place of it. Also, because you spoke in the book about having the momager, you had the OG momager, Diane, rest in peace. You lost her in 2022. She comes with me, and you just wanted with the right that you're like, even dedicated the book to her, like, how did she help you? It's just being 16, trying to find your voice in an industry, no matter where you are, being a young person, and trying to find your voice. How did your mom, Diane, help you find that voice? Well, first of all, my mom has 4 of us girls, and helped all of us to, number one, we had no limitations in our household, you know, and my dad was like, and my mom was that voice of like, women can do anything natural, age does not matter, and she also was like, you know, people use the word fearless. I don't think anyone is fearless. You know, we all have fears, yeah. But I think when you have a fear, I think that leads to anything anyway. And you're brave and you're bold, but that's what she taught us. Like, she took out of this conference, because you guys, like, she was in the Atlanta Graduates Conference, you know, before it was a Christian, but like, she was really talented. She was like the original woman with that crossover hair and the power suit. And, but just years before, she was like at the bad term for years ago. But she would face these interviews because she believed with so much conviction that the little girl creative visionary should be taken as seriously or more seriously in a cognitive world in the speaking she hears than in other suits. And you're going to fall into the good. And you also fight for other women because you paved the way for others like Taylor Swift. It's really important for you to really make a path for these young girls
I'll tell you what, it was important to me to acknowledge there was a Leslie Gore, Rosemary Clooney, a Carol King, a Peggy Lee, right? And I hope, to hope that all of these women that I celebrate their victories, I hope that they see that there is a lineage, right? Yeah. And so, but I think we each kind of oil up the machine for the then for the next for a little, hopefully make it that much easier. So I used to leave a landscape now filled with these powerful, but, again, this creative visionary genius, intuitive musicians, just really, remember some of the landscape, I'm looking at the landscape, girl. How much respect you gotta wait? There was like somebody I was very, very into that did not and I got to a place where I was like, okay, the universe is going to say to me, just focus on your art and your writing. It's a moment, it's not, this is the moment, right? And I think that if a man is supposed to come in, if he's going to be in your life, I'm going to know it. Called Susan Dixon. You just let me sing and play. You want to care about me, You're right. If you're trying to see and do versus the last thing you need is maybe go.
That's exactly why we need life insurance. You can help pay those bills. Funeral too. Take a look at this. That's right. Rates for funeral and life insurance are really high in many factors. 75 cents per check. And this is one where you know and never go up. A lifetime rate line guarantee. Your rate is guaranteed. And so is your acceptance. That makes it fun and quick things. There are no medical questions, no physical exams. If you can't be turned down, you don't have to. Call for notice and answer. I'm your full Call 1-800-618-4446 for the information and a free beneficiary plan. That's 1-800-618-4446. 1-800-618-4446.
But they're up to gonna go home for basketball with the ball. Went out of nowhere, they got two goals for the second. That's a good relationship. We knew they had to get it together, but that is good. I witnessed the evidence.
Just the stress of selling your home or property. We're the voice for 15 years. We offer a true hazard solution and we make it simple. We do what you don't want, let our team handle the rest.
Have you recently been hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident? Call Sweet Check, a firm that delivers results like these. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, results matter. Call Sweet Check Accident Attorney for a free case review.
The Central California Collaborative Affairs Program brings
certified community health workers right to your door, helping you find what's triggering your family's asthma. Call 1-833-MY-ASTMA or visit ccaccares.org. The right time to share this story. Well, there's so many reasons why. I will give all of them. Honestly, the main reason, this isn't afraid anymore. I wasn't scared of, of her or anyone. So, producers from the show, other castmates, I was finally, out of faith. I wasn't scared of people anymore. For so long, I was scared and I was protecting people, and because I was doing that, I felt like I never had closure, because I never really spoke out what I was doing, about it, and doing it. And obviously, the two of you sweet life with Abby, you were placed in dances with racial undertones, you were referred to as Tootie from Facts of Life, and you even asked us, this is what got me reading it, you had to compete with the white girl to play Rosa Parks. Yeah, this is something we didn't know about. And we were young women, the young lady, a young girl. She feels out of this. It was a lot of times, and you're young, so you sometimes don't understand the significance of everything, but you understand it for most of it, But what really kept me going and kept my head on straight and grounded was my mom. She was there for me the whole time, and she grounded me. And then we told me, we prayed that, she was definitely a reason to go through all that, because I have her on my side. But anyway, this love is going back to Hollywood. And was by your side through everything that you went through. Back to Hollywood right now. It was definitely time, but I believed in Mia, and most importantly, Mia believed in me. And so, she's a fighter, she's a warrior, she has a strength, and I tried to find faith in Mia. And when she said she could do it, if she wanted to stay there, I would do anything to have it with me, because especially for me, I wanted to scream, pursue it, but she could do it. That's so expensive place to be as a parent, when you know your child has a gift, and you have to watch things like this happen. But you kept fighting for me because you said you kept fighting for her, and I seemed like in the background you were doing the fight for your daughter. Absolutely. One day in the background, behind the scenes, we didn't advocate. So I wasn't hands-on. I was always physically and mentally present on set. Yeah. So I would do anything I could to make sure that she would have every right to be there. So she deserved that spot, she earned that. As well, my whole thing. So I'm really blessed to be able to have such an amazing, family upbringing where I have powerful women
that I can look up to. I have a great father, and a great brother, siblings. So yeah.
Nia, you know, so your mom told you always support them for you. You see that early on.
Oh my gosh. I mean, she's still with me every step of the way. I mean, you see her. Like, she really is my best friend. And now that I'm an adult, I see what better yet. So that's how that relationship with her, even through my teenage years, reality television, like it was great.
It makes something. Yeah, it's something it's called Vibes of the Film. Yeah. So why did you have that?
So basically, on Dance Moms, I was known for being at the bottom of Patty's ranking system, which was a pyramid that you put like on the mirror and it's popcorn. And I found myself at the bottom of it pretty much every week, which meant that I wasn't a good places. You know, they didn't think of me as someone who was worthy of having a solo, having a special part in a group band. So I was labeled as the weakling, a bad dancer, and it stayed throughout the time. So I thought, what better title would it be? And there was no better title than Bottom of the Show. It speaks to so much of my time and my experience on the show. And I wanted to rewrite that title. Because
this book is so like it was so much when you were sitting here resilient and a beautiful young lady. So with have you ever gotten any closure with her?
I mean, I've gotten my closure, but there was never like a moment where, you know, we had a conversation or anything. No, you know, when she got diagnosed with cancer, I write about this in the book. You know, I was worried about her. I reached out and see if I could always see her, you know, show her that, you know, I think that she's still alive and never wish any ill will, especially if you left on such bad terms, right? And you know, I did post that. And that was enough closure for me. I was like, okay,
Like, what would you say from trying to make it in this industry, like to make it through?
Okay, well, basically, I would say two things because these are things that my mom told me growing up. Know your worth. Know your always know your worth. And start with that's one of the steps I was. But never let someone tell you who you are. You know who you are. To always know it for yourself. To always don't let anyone be the center of your life. It's your life. And you
Brains are incredible, but remember, can get complicated. That's why scientists developed Nutritive Memory 3D with clinically tested ingredients to support key dimensions of your memory. This is how you never forget. Remember me.
At Walden University, we don't just talk about making a difference. We do it. Every day is the same thing for the last 50 years. Every day is a chance to get the difference. Walden University. Set it first.
At State, for a limited time, kids get a free iPad. Penguins need clear vision. Kids do too. Plus, glasses start at just $79. Made same day. Smart, simple, standard.
I'm the perfect star, I'm always are. I'm the perfect servant all the time. If you get hit by a big truck, don't trust the insurance company, call us. We're the law firm. These big companies are good insurance policies. Look up the best reservations. Get you the big money that you deserve.
Let's buy a big truck or 1-800-222-2222. Trucks get 70 cars back up. Go to Family Style Restaurant and breakfast, lunch, and dinner. From 7 states to Texas to Burgers, and it's Mexican dishes. There's something on the menu for everyone. There's really out there. We're the perfect spot for a night out with friends and family. You check us out by the bar for happy hour, and the Joey's favorite commentators are just right here. We're the family of your appetite for Senate Falls Cafe. Proud to serve great food and keep convenient locations.
There's so many At Precision Garage Door, there's nothing we haven't seen and nothing we can't fix. The biggest concern here is my car is trapped. I can't get to work. That's why we provide same-day solutions. At Precision, garage doors and openers are all we do. And no tomorrow is too late. Quality service quickly. That's what you get with Precision. Right now, get a Precision Garage Door tune-up for only $29.95. 25-home inspection, adjustments, lubrication included. At Precision Garage Door today. Precision Garage Door service.
At Stephen, our progressive lenses are customized for you. All distances, one. Get two progressives plus a free eye exam for just $175. Smart, simple, standard.
It's our money, so we got to check with our business. It's a money business. A very smart stuff. So here's the biggest for this week's deal is lifetime. There's a fleece lining, they're lightweight, but they still keep you warm and cool. Yeah, and you can wear this without feeling bulky. So even your sweatshirts and sweaters that are different, so light clean and fleece, like in the outside. So nice and stretchy, it's moisturizing, it's in 6 different colors, sizing extra extra small to 3XL. You can see lots of work, super. Yeah,